Well, folks, we just moved to Moccasin, Montana to start over from scratch. And by scratch, guys, I really mean from scratch. Literally have pretty much nothing to my name. In fact, I even have to get my high school diploma. Just enrolled here at the university for that. So that's something we're going to need to work towards. This right here, that's my professor. Yep, see? Like I said, he's going to show me the ropes out here in Moccasin, apparently. So, guys, we've got 0 to our name, like I said. We've got no education. We're starting from next to nothing here. So, I've taken out a loan in order to start our lives over up in Montana. So, that makes that we have 2 problems we need to solve here pretty much almost immediately. First of all, well, I need to start working on getting an education. And secondly, I need to get myself a job of some sort. Maybe Timmy's is hiring. Oh man, I'd drink a lot of coffee if I went there, I think. So we've taken out a $100,000 loan, and, well, I needed to buy something, at least to get around. I mean, we took the bus here, so I did buy a vehicle, at least, to get around. It's not exactly the most luxurious thing in the world. You know what? It'll get us from point A to point B. A little KTM super motard. You know what? Super fuel efficient, at least, and relatively inexpensive. It should get me back and forth to school, right? Okay, that actually brings me to, well, the second thing that I purchased. Let's go for a run. Man, I look pretty cool, I have to admit. Oh, yes. All right, let's go. All right, as I go to show you what I've picked up here, I should mention, I have put resumes out at, well, pretty much everything in town here. Just seeing what's available. I mean, it is a college town here, so I guess not a lot. I mean, we've got resumes over at the dairy here. There's a bakery in town, even a spinnery. We put our resumes pretty much everywhere here. So far, haven't heard much. Haven't seen those guys for a while. Weird. So like I said, I had $100,000. We have a loan we've taken out. We owe $100 grand right now. And I don't have much left of that $100,000 because I needed to buy a place to live. At least I had the money to buy something where we could live. So at least that's been taken care of. I've got some transportation. And we're going to be going to school. So, I mean, what else do we need money for? Here is the property we were able to afford at about $75,000. I think a little less than that after that before. But anyways, this is the place, guys. We've got an old farmhouse. Let's shut that off. And, well, a shop / garage. So it may not be much to look at, but it's a place, well, at least where I can study and get some rest. Better than nothing. And it's mine. I don't rent. I don't owe money on it. It is mine. And I just got an email back. It looks like I might have a job. Let's go take a quick look and see what this is all about. So in case some of you were wondering, we are using the new employment mod that is in the mod hub. Go check it out. We'll see how we make do with this as we try to advance our career and possibly maybe build our farm. We'll see where we go from here. Like I said, we've got a job offer that I'm intrigued about. Something where I can make a little bit of money. I'm not saying it's going to be a ton of money, but we can make a little bit of money at least to pay off our loan and, well, who knows what else. All right, so as for our job, it's nothing special. What do you really expect? We have 0 education, 0 experience. So I'll take what I can get right now is what it comes down to. And lucky for me, Casey's needs someone to clean. I guess that's something I can do. Make a little bit of extra cash. Let's go take a look at the contract. And of course, if you enjoy making me clean toilets in FarmSim, make sure you go down to the bottom and hit the subscribe button right now. It really does make me clean more toilets, apparently. Oof. 10 grand a year, 10,500. You know what? It is what it is. I will take what I can get. I will clean, I guess, for that. That's totally fine. I guess we'll do that. I guess I'm cleaning the toilets. Let me know what the cleaning supplies are. I'll get to work right now. Ugh. All right, guys, first day of work completed. That was not pleasant, but you know what? Casey's does now officially have the cleanest bathrooms in all of Montana, so just come on, drop by if you want to take a look. Anyways, I'm gonna head back home and maybe do a little bit of studying tonight, and we'll see how that works out for us. Hopefully we can move up the ladder here sooner than later. So one of the problems we're gonna run into is that it's a 10-hour workday right now, which is quite a bit. And I got some studying still to do, so I'm going to be up all hours of the night trying to get some studying done, just so I can pass my classes. This is going to take us a few months, guys, so let's do some studying and I'll hopefully be able to pass my grade 12. Well, it looks like we are almost ready to write our write for our GD. Hopefully we can pass it first time through. That's what I'm going for. The snow the snow is falling, but apparently it's disappearing as we speak. Yeah, no, we had a bunch of snow that fell during the day here. I guess it's warm enough to melt it all as we go, so that's all right. At least I don't have to ride home in the snow. Anyways, we've been doing all right. I mean, we got $16,000 in the bank account. We made a couple $1,000. Our overall expenses are lower than what we're making at the gas station right now. Even at that low rate, that crappy rate we're making, I'm still coming out ahead, which ain't too bad. So I've got a cram tonight, that's for sure. And tomorrow we're going to be writing, I believe. I believe we'll be writing for our GED. Wish me luck on that. Let's just double check and make sure we're on schedule for that. Yeah, it looks like we're pretty much ready to go there. So let me get to cramming, and hopefully this test goes well tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. All right, here we go. Let's go write this exam. Let's get that diploma, and then we'll see what we can do from here. But I'm kind of excited to have this. Let's go. We passed. Perfect. We are finally a high school graduate. See, I told you, Prof, I told you I could do it. Come on, man. You knew I could handle that. What's next? So that's a great start. I mean, we've been here for, what, 5 months now? And we've already got our GED. So that's going to help us, well, get better jobs with some more experience, of course. So now I've just got to start studying. I'm going to start working towards our college degrees, of course, but I also need work experience, and I'm probably going to need some more money as well. That $16,000 and the $10,000 a year I'm making from working at Casey's here, I don't think that's gonna make it. That's not gonna do it for us. So just finished up work once again for the day. Looks like we got some snow finally here out in Montana. I got a little bit. Is it 8 centimeters? Does it look like it's coming tonight? Doesn't matter. My plan is going to be this: we're going to keep working at Casey's, keep making money, and see if we can advance ourselves. But eventually, like this spring, I'm probably going to start doing some work. Maybe find some farmers that needed some extra help just to make some more money. Because Casey ain't paying the bills anymore, that's for sure. Now, I'm going to keep on studying and trying to increase my education, of course, as well. But fact of the matter is, I need work experience more so than anything else to advance my career right now. So there's only so much studying I can really do. I just need to keep working, plugging away here at Casey's, I think. And that'll be, maybe we'll keep an eye on other jobs that might open up. Now that we have our GED, that might help us a little bit. But yeah, for the most part, I just need experience now, I think, guys. And then on top of that, like I said, I'm gonna try to make some money to pay off that $100,000 I still owe. Maybe we can. That's gonna be our main focus. Let's pay off that $100,000 first. Oh man, the snowed-in roads with the slicks on the super motard is not exactly ideal, but we still made her home safely. Maybe this is something I should upgrade. That's not going to happen anytime soon, is it? All right, guys, first day, I might have some work to do on one of the farms in town here. Throughout the county, I should say. I'm going to do, of course, I'm going to work the gas station first, and then I should have time to go and work the fields. Hopefully not too long of a job, because I still want to study a bit tonight as well. That's kind of key. Let's get back the ice cream truck. Here we go. That's better. Ice cream truck's in my way. So we'll see how it works out. Let's get our shift over with. We got a 10-hour shift here of cleaning up Casey's, and then hopefully I can go do my job or extra contract work and make actually some decent money somewhere. Well, 10-hour shift done. Of course, the hail had to come when I'm supposed to go work the ranch. Lovely. Yeah, this is absolutely terrible. I don't have any gloves on. This sucks. At least the helmet's protected my noggin. All right, let's head out. Oh, ridiculous. Let's go get our equipment and get to work. All right, folks, so this seems like an easy enough gig we've got down here. They've got a small piece of farmland. It's our first time doing any contract work out here, so that should be actually a good way to make us some money. But like I said, I want to get this done so I can get home and study and keep that process working for us as well. So we got a little McCormick. Of course, a tiny little cultivator here. We got a small cultivator. It's actually not that small. What is it, 6 meter? Anyways, smaller cultivator. And we're just going to till some ground here in the hail. Tractor should be able to handle this, I think. But like I said, we're just doing this to make some extra cash right now. I do need to make more money a little bit quicker to pay off that loan. If I want to build my own farm, I don't even know what we're going to do yet. Exactly how this is going to work. With the amount of time that I need to dedicate to working on the side plus studying, how much time do I have to run an actual farm right now? The higher up we go up the chain, the less hours we technically need to work. So, you know, if I keep on getting experience and keep on getting better educated, then I think that will be beneficial for me to actually move up the chain, right? Oh, those poor cows out here. That's terrible. Oh, that sucks. Oh, and of course, don't forget, if we get promotions or take better paying jobs, we also make more money. I mean, I still think farming will make us more money in the long run, but I mean, there's got to be something out there that's going to pay us at least a better wage than we're making right now. The whole $10,000 a year we're making right now. There's got to be something better than that. This should about do it for this job. I got a little bit more still here, I see. How did I miss that? We'll spin this around right here. We'll spin it around. We'll get her as well. But that's going to about do it for this. I think this is the last little bit. Perfect. We'll grab this, and then, like I said, it's 6:30 almost. I want to get up, do a bit of studying. I've got still a long ways to go before we have any kind of college degree or anything like that. So don't need to worry about that, but back up tomorrow morning for more work. More work at the gas station, I guess. And almost $10,000. We almost made our whole salary from one contract. The whole year's salary at the gas station, one contract. I mean, hey, I'll take it. Another shift done over at the gas station and working on another contract here. This one's actually pretty lucrative. It's a fairly good sized field. We got 30 acres. Gonna do some weeding on, but good contract. I like this. This is great. Plus, nice vent we're riding right now as well with a massive weed puller. This is great. All right, get through this. Another big paycheck coming our way. We'll be getting close to paying off this debt here this summer, guys. This summer I should have that $100,000 paid up. Got to make sure we pay our debts back. Looks like our last little bit here, and we should be done with this field once again as well. Great. This is good, guys. Like I said, we're holding down a full-time job. We're making extra money with some part-time contracts, and we're still studying away, trying to up our education. Like I said, if I can get that bachelor's degree, that would be actually pretty amazing in the next couple of years here. We'll see. Anyways, another job done. Let's go return all this stuff, get back home. We got some studying to do. It's only 6 o'clock. We got lots of time to study tonight. All right, so remember how I said I was going to go home and study? Well, money kind of trumps all. I need to get over to the field on the far side here, the tracks. We got to cut through the BGA here and get through. Let's just sneak on through in here, because I actually talked to them about a job down here as well. But I need to work on my education stats, to say the least, if I want to work here. So maybe at some point, it's good pay, definitely good pay up here. So we'll see if we ever can do that. But for now, let me just keep on doing our contracts, I suppose. That's where we're going to be for the time being. I am not smart enough to work at the BGA. Let's go with that. Let's fire this up, and away we go. All right, fertilizing this field. It's actually completely surrounded by tracks. We got the mill right there. And yeah, we're just going to fertilize this field. I don't even know what they're growing here. I didn't even double check to see what it is. Anyways, we're going to fertilize this field, and I think we'll be done for the day. I don't think there's any other contracts or anything else that needs to get done that I can easily fulfill, so I'll just take care of this one here instead. Oh, look at this. Here comes a train right now as well. That caught me off guard. Yeah, I zipped around behind us on the far side, and now it's just going to zip around this side here. Look at that. That's great. That's very cool. We're right in the middle of this thing as it's going all the way around us. Make sure we're not on the tracks anywhere, but finishing off fertilizing this field. There he goes. Oh, that's cool. All right, that there should about do it once again. Cool. All right, I don't think I'm gonna take any more contracts. We're gonna go study. It's study time. No more work, just studying. Let me get this back, take it to the farm, and we'll head back home. I think, unless there's something else that's more lucrative. Another day of work done, yet just beginning at the same time. I got a bunch of contracts lined up for tonight. We'll get through these once again, but like I said, we're still plugging away at the gas station. We've got almost a year in there now. We're making decent money. Well, not decent. I mean, we're making money. Well, it's only still, we haven't got that raise yet. I want to become a cashier. That's the next step. I want to become the cashier. So I've been working with the boss, trying to find out what it takes. He wants me more experience cleaning the crappers, I guess. I'm busy cleaning those up. We're almost there, though. I think I've got a bug in his ear. I think we'll have a better job soon enough. It doesn't matter as far as pay in the grand scheme of things, though, because to be honest with you guys, working the fields out here is paying me 10 times more than I can make at the gas station. So I keep on doing this. we're gonna have our debt paid here. I'm hoping by next month. If I'm thinking our contract work this month will get us over the hump, and we can pay off our debts, and we'll go from there. But pretty excited to have that paid off. So good news, guys. I got offered a new job. Well, I have to apply, but I've been told it's mine. So finally been offered. I was hoping for the cashier position, but he wants another year of experience. So I guess I'll take the refueler position for now. That's totally fine. You know what? You got to take what you can get. At least we're making $7,000 more a month now, which is a year. That's not bad. I mean, that's better than it was. And on top of that, it's less hours, which is kind of key. Now, as far as contracts work go, things are starting to, I guess, dry up a little bit as we head into the dog days of summer. We've only got a few more things. I think as we get into the fall, it's going to be tougher and tougher to get some good contracts. We've made enough money, though. We paid off our debts. Like I said, we're no longer in the hole, but I would love to have some money, maybe to start buying my own equipment and build my own farm up. I just feel like it's not in the cards this year. We're going to still keep on working on our study, and we still have lots of work to do to get our first degree there. All right, so I've got 2 fields that need to be sprayed. We've got some tram lines already set up, obviously, here. And yeah, shouldn't take us too long to get these done, but another little payday for us. Help us going forward. Like I said, I just don't think we're gonna have the money long term. Oh, that's a little fast. Slower down. Well, we're not gonna have the money to build our farm this year. We're gonna have to wait another year. It'll be our 3rd year out here, but you know what? We're getting somewhat close to, like I said, moving up an education level for us. You know, we're still studying away. We're eventually gonna get that, and maybe by next year we'll have that. I don't know. We'll see if that doesn't know. I don't know if we can find a job that's going to pay us more with that. I'm kind of banking on that a little bit, but at the same time, do I want to spend that much time if I have my own farm? Like, what would you rather do? And I think I'd rather be on the farm personally. So just finished another shift over at the fuel station. Guess what? Today, we're actually getting ready to write our test. Exam, our first college exam. That means one more night of cramming, and tomorrow, we'll be writing that test, and hopefully we pass that first exam. Let's get to cramming here. Time to get our study on. Let's go. All the way through. We're cramming all night. All night. We'll go to 7. Perfect. See you guys in the morning. All right. Feeling pretty comfortable. It is. It's now 6:30. We got to make our way to the city. Let's go write this test and see if we can pass this, and maybe get some work done this afternoon again, too. Hopefully, we can pass this first try once again. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. And away we go. Sweet. Passed our exam. Excellent. All right. There we go. We're officially a college grad. Perfect. Well, that's going to lead us quite a ways down the line. I don't know how much studying we're going to have to do for a while. And now, really, it's about experience. So I'm going to start working some more contracts, I think, with some farms, try and make some more money. I don't know what else we can do right now. We'll see if we can get any other job offers. I need to start looking around, I think, for some more jobs. But guys, we're a college grad. Sweet. All right, folks. So I know I had originally planned, or told you I'd planned on building a farm right away. Oh, ice cream truck. I think I had to reconsider things. I'm looking at the old finances. We got $117,000. We're making almost $15,000 a month from the gas station job right now, which is great. But it's still not enough, I don't think, to support us to get a farm off the ground. I want to go through this summer. I'm going to do we're going to work for a bunch of farms like I am right now. I got a bunch of spraying to do, plus a bunch of more work I can do today before I go back to studying, I think. And we'll go from there. I think we'll do one thing at a time, you know, slow it down. I'm hoping, this is what my plan is really in the back of my mind. Don't tell anybody. But I'm thinking if I can get a promotion at the gas station, one more promotion, then, you know, maybe up to cashier like I'd planned originally, then maybe we'll look at, then maybe we can buy the farm. You know, like I'll be stable financially. I'll make a decent salary per year regardless of anything else I'm doing. And then I can kind of focus on building the farm, and then we'll see. If I quit the gas station, I quit the gas station, right? Of course, it's just starting to rain as well. Can't get my jobs done before the rain comes every single time. I'm going to see if I can keep on spraying for the time being. We'll see if we can get through this spot. I mean, it's just starting right now. We'll see if I can at least get this field done. This is the biggest field by quite a bit, mind you. I still want to study tonight. I got a lot of spraying to do, you guys. I was going to stop, but I felt like, you know what? We got time. So we got the field done at least. She's all sprayed. This is the last pass right here. and we're good to go. So I got 2 more fields he wants me to spray still, but I'm hoping this rain ends. We'll head over that way and maybe take a nap here in the sprayer, and then we'll go from there. I think the rain's stopping. Looks like it is. We'll let it dry out for a little bit, and then I'm going to dive into this field. We've got 21, 22 acres to do here. We did 80 already today. I think the third field is about the same, but we'll get these done, guys. I'm curious to see how the summer goes. Make some more money this summer, and hopefully, like I said, we get that promotion and we can maybe start buying our own farm. It's going to be a while before we have any equipment like this, though. Oh boy. This thing is something else. All right, back to work. This thing's awesome, by the way. There we go. All right, we got 30 acres, 25 acres-ish to do, times 2. Let's see if we get this done and get home and do some studying tonight. Keep on working to re-educate ourselves. Last little bit of this field to do. Looks like the smallest of all 3, which worked out perfect. I thought this one was bigger in my mind. Story of my life there. I mean, realistically, you guys know what I mean. We've got a little bit left to do. Like I said, I've got to figure out what exactly we're going to do. I'm going to bank myself on that promotion, guys. As soon as we get that promotion, then we'll hopefully be we'll commit to a farm. That's going to be my promotional gift. Is once we get promoted, we'll focus on making our own farm. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that we're going to be able to only do the farm. I mean, I would still like to advance our career. I don't know if I want to be a manager of a gas station, mind you, but you know what? That's good money still. I mean, it's still cash income, $75,000 a year. I really can't complain too loudly about that, right? I don't think so. but realistically, that's not going to be what's going to make us some money. I think we need to build ourselves a farm out here someplace, and that's going to be really where we're going to make it rich. So let me see if I can talk to the boss, maybe work on getting that promotion, and then we'll start working on our own farm. I think, we'll have some decent money from working at the gas station, also working all these other contracts out for other farmers, and then we'll go from there, guys. Things are starting to look up, I think. We're getting close to that point. All right, folks, it is into August. I think today I've got the posting in. They're looking for something. We're looking for, a cashier, number 1. But there's also the potential, another job we might be able to get has come open. Let's go take a look. I'm going to put my application in. See what I mean? We have an option to go as a warehouse operative. What are we, like a spy? No. I can work in the warehouse for like $7,000 more a year. Heck yeah. Let's put our name in for that. Yeah, let's do that instead. That makes much more sense to me. There we go. Warehouse operative. We're making $28,000 a year. Let me do my first shift here and we'll see how that goes. 8 hours a day. Awesome. All right, not a bad day worth of work. Better than being the cashier, to be honest with you. I guess Gertie back here can handle being the cashier. I'm going to go and work in the warehouse and make more money than her. That actually worked out fairly well, but you guys know what that means, right? I mean, we've made a decent amount of money this summer working here at the gas station as well as working on some farms. I think it's time for us to start our own farm. I got almost $50,000 in the old bank account right now. I think it's time we can start working on our own farm. I think we could build our own farm. I don't have a lot. I mean, let's be honest, I don't have a ton of cash to do this, but I think I can get started with the way we're going. Coming by. Don't mind me. Sneak it on by ya. Yeah, I think it's time we built up a farm out here, guys. I think we're going to have to start up here. We have a small chunk of land. We have a couple acres here, but I think some of these acres or these fields around us, they're definitely, we could pick those up for relatively, a decent price. I think we can afford it. I'm going to need some equipment as well. I think we're good to go, though. Let's go give this a shot. Let's see if we can start making some phone calls. And what do we got here? Is it clover? Alfalfa. We got alfalfa right here. Yeah, I think this might be one of our fields right here that I might try and pick up. All right, today is the day. We are into September of, technically our third year out here, I guess. And I guess officially we kind of have a farm. We spent the last month putting up a shed and buying some equipment. I'm taking the day off from the gas station today, and we're going to, work on some things. I mean, I've bought some equipment, and we've got a field. We got something like 5 acres up there, which is currently planted with alfalfa. So that worked out kind of well. So we're going to bale some alfalfa and sell that off, I guess. I think that's a good start, isn't it? I mean, we're already down to $61,000, mind you. Almost $200,000 spent on all the equipment we bought, plus some more land. And if you were thinking that we'd have nice equipment, don't get me wrong, the farm hall is not bad, but it's a lot of old stuff here, guys. we've got a lot of old equipment and not a lot of stuff that's going to work long term, I don't think, for us. Let me just hook up. I don't know if there's anything better for alfalfa out there. There's got to be something that's going to work a little bit better, but I'm trying to do this, well, with limited budget right now, so it is what it is, guys. This old swather is not going to be great long term, but it'll do for now. So let's dive into this alfalfa. We're going to knock this down. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure this will just regrow. I don't think I need to fertilize. Maybe we need to fertilize. We'll see. But hopefully it's relatively inexpensive for us to run this crop. It's kind of the whole reason why I thought it'd be a great idea. In we go. Awesome. Oh, easy. Just kind of keep everything just down the line here. Wow, easy. Don't want to be doing that fast. Hang on, let's set our speed. I wasn't sure that this old farmall would go that fast towing this and running the PTO at the same time, but it seems to be okay. Look at that. Okay. Better than I was kind of expecting, to be honest with you. If I hold 77 miles an hour, we should be good. And yeah, like I said, we got 4 or 5 acres, something like that, of alfalfa. I'm going to try and bale this up, and we'll see what kind of income we can make off this going forward. Now, of course, we've built that shed for equipment storage, but also I'm going to use that for bale storage. I mean, that only makes sense, right? I don't know how many bales we're going to get off this. I have zero clue, to be perfectly honest. We've got a small Massey baler. That was actually the most expensive piece of equipment we had to buy at about $22,000. That there was by far the most expensive thing I purchased. So we'll see how we make do with that. I mean, the bale's got to stay covered, of course, otherwise, well, they're going to deteriorate and rot. We don't want that. And I got to figure out if we can sell them right away. I don't know, especially this year. I don't know if I can get another harvest off this alfalfa, then maybe we can sell them off and wait. On the bright side, like I said, we got the promotion, so I'm making better money at the old fuel station, even though I'm not there today. I might be able to still get some time in there if I hurry up and get this done today, mind you. I mean, that's something we can always look at. But we'll see. I'm just gonna plug away at this for the time being. We'll see what kind of profits we could possibly make from a little bit of alfalfa, and then we'll go from there, because it's going to cost us quite a bit to buy more fields. Anything that you can see around me, that are all larger fields than this, of course, all the fields that are out here, we might be able to pick up something if we can find something on a good price, but right now they're all, well, kind of expensive compared to what I'm making. All right, it seems to be working out okay. I mean, we're not debaling it. I've got to figure out, I wouldn't mind putting these into rows. I do not have a rake right now. So that's going to be a whole other separate issue I'm going to have to deal with here, because I don't know how well that's going to pick up all this alfalfa just strewn across the way I have it. I'll figure that out in a second. We'll figure that out in a bit. So far, though, pretty happy with how this is working out. All right, the last little bit here. Looks like, guys, this is... I have no idea what we're going to get off this, to be perfectly honest. But I'm impressed that it's... Well, quite honestly, that it's working out as well as it is. It's a little rough out here. I mean, it is what it is. To be expected, I guess. But we're almost done. Now, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do as far as raking this together yet. Like, do I want to? I feel like I have to put this into rows, right? I feel like it has to be. It's a mess otherwise. Trying to bale this without putting it up into rows? Yeah, that's not going to work for us. Huh. Let me try some. I got an idea. I've got an idea. All right, let's see if I can just kind of do this all by hand is going to be my plan here. This seems like a really bad plan, you guys. Okay, we got that. We just need to see if I go nice and slowly and just kind of scooch all the alfalfa up this way here. Maybe I don't know. Is that kind of going to work? I think, yeah, we're kind of making it into rows, right? Look at that. Kind of, sort of. It's not great. I'm not going to lie. In fact, this is terrible. All right, yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, we're just kind of... This is going to take me all day to do 4 acres. Okay, this seemed like a great idea to start with. Oh boy, trying to hold everything together here. This is not a great idea. Who said farming was going to be this hard? Terrible. All right, so I think we're just better off to try to bale it. Trying to use the pitchfork. You know what? I think the pickup on this is probably just as wide as the swath I'm making with the pitchfork. So who cares, right? You pick it up and I'm throwing down? Maybe not. Anyways, should be fine. It'll be fine. All right, and away we go. I'll see if we could... Yeah, see, look at the pickup's doing a decent job in here. This is way faster than me trying to do the other way with the pitchfork. Yeah, this is better. This is still better. No matter what, this is better. At least I'm just sitting here instead of doing what we were doing before. Oh boy, we're going to have a lot of bales. I hope this is worthwhile, you guys. I really hope this is worthwhile. That's going to be a lot of bales. Well, at least, you know what, guys? We're officially farmers, ranchers now. No, I guess I can't say ranchers. We don't have any animals. We got no... Yeah, we got nothing right here. But officially farming. At least that's something. It is only alfalfa bales. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But this is still something. We'll see. I have no idea what to expect from this, though, to be perfectly honest, you guys. Are we going to make decent profits from these little bales? Time will tell. The amount of money we're getting per bale, I mean, we might be able to sell these for about $100 a bale, maybe-ish. So, yeah, you do the math. So far, it's a couple $100. I'll take it. A couple $1,000, maybe? Yeah, maybe that. I still got to find a way to transport them, which means I need a truck, because that KTM, the super motard motorcycle, I don't think that's really going to pull a trailer. And I don't really feel like taking this tractor all the way to town, which is still... not too far away, I guess. Ooh, train. Maybe I could use it by train. Yeah, this is by far way easier than trying to use that pitchfork. Unfortunately, I don't have the energy to walk up and down these fields. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. This is way better, and we're doing decent work here. Oh, we were doing decent work. Did I really lift that up? I missed a whole bunch here. Hang on. Back. There we go. Let's try that. Drop that down. That's better. There we go. Now we're good. It's a little rough in here. The farmall's handling this, of course. You know what? I can feel it coming together, though. All right, so we've got about 100 bales out here already. I'm trying to do the math in my head. What that's going to be worth, I don't know. To be honest, selling bales, we've got a long ways to go to sell these bales. I need to find a way to do that. I need to make some more money for a truck. I'm going to need a rake at some point. I think if we got a decent rake, this could be so much easier for us. So I think that's going to be the first thing we purchase is a rake before we harvest again. And other than that, storage facilities I think are going to be key as well. So I need a bigger bale barn. I need a rake. I need a lot of things. I need some sanity. I don't think I'm going to find any of those in the time that's going to be required to do it. Guys, you know what? After about 300 bales, working at the old gas station's not looking so bad right about now. This is nothing. Literally nothing. We still have so much more work to do to make this farm successful. Yeah, definitely some questionable life decisions I'm making right now, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's the best possible outcome, right? Yep. Best possible outcome. All right, let's go check the counter, the bale counter, see how many bales we did here. It's a few. Pump a last couple ones out. And we got the flatbed that's sitting inside the shed over there. We're going to go grab that bad boy, and I'm going to start loading these up. Any guesses? How many bales do you think we got here? You take a wild guess. I'll tell you in a second what we got. Yeah, I regret this decision. So, total number of bales, 353. If you guessed it, you win. There's cookies. So you guys will win the cookies, okay? Anyways, 353. Oh, that's ridiculous. I've got to fit these. This is gonna take me for freaking ever. Yep. A lot of regretful choices being made right now, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. We can learn to regret things together. You're gonna sit there and watch, and I'm gonna, I guess, pick these all up one at a time. There's nothing better I could be doing right now, like maybe working or going to school. I don't know, anything like that. I'm just saying. Yep, this is gonna be one of those days. All right, 353 bales into the shed. I'm holding here for the time being, I think. I'm not in a rush to sell these off yet. We'll see. But that's it, guys. That's all the bales, all in the shed here. I'm kind of happy with that. It's only 10:30. It only took me an hour and a half. You know what? I'm going to go to work for the day, I think, and we'll study tonight. We'll see how that works out for us. But first harvest, our first ever harvest out here on this farm completed. Just finished up another shift out at the gas station here. You know what? I think it's time we actually went and bought a truck, to be honest with you guys. This is... The bike has been great, but it's time we need to sell some bales off. So I need something more than than a motorcycle, especially in the winter. Yeah, don't get me wrong. This bike's been good to have. It's been great for commuting back and forth to work. I haven't even had to fill it up with fuel. But realistically, I need something that could tow that trailer, and this is just not going to do it. So I can use this still to commute, but I need a farm truck. And, well, we might as well stop by the dealership while we're here, right? Let's go have a chat with them and see exactly what they've got for us. Maybe there's something I can buy here. All right, guys, we've got our farm truck, brand new to us at least. It's a 2001 Ram 3500. It's got the 5.9 diesel in it, the Cummins diesel. This should actually do pretty well over on the farm, I think. You know what? I've got to load the bike in the back first, though. It is only a short box, mind you, but it still manages to hold the bike, which is kind of surprising, to be honest. Maybe it looks like a long box, to be honest. Instead of short box, I think that's a long box. Anyways, it is the SLT package as well, the Larmy SLT. No leather though, and it does have the aftermarket stereo. It's the only thing that's been done on this truck. Actually, everything else is kind of the bare bones. Let's see. Oh, we got high beams on that. I didn't even know that. Look at those, 2 sets of high beams. All right, we can put one high beam on. Let's take this back out to our farm, and we'll see how the alfalfa's growing here as we go into December. Finally got our first farm truck. Oh yeah, that ain't bad. Sweet. It looks good with the bike in the back too. That's, you know what? This might have been a system that yours truly may have actually had at one point in time, very close to this. Oh, and here comes the snow as well. Of course it is. It is December, I suppose. Only a couple centimeters predicted today, so that will not be the end-all be-all for the winter. Unfortunately, that does mean one thing. It means we're not going to be getting into our fields anymore this year. Like, if we come up here and take a look over at the alfalfa field. Let's just pull off right here. Yeah, we're not going to get in here, it doesn't look like. She ain't ready. And moisture is going through the roof. Look at that. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We'll get to it in the spring. Unfortunately, I was hoping to make a bit more money off it, but you know what? The next couple days here, we're going to sell off all the bales we have in here. We'll have to sell these guys all off and make what we can from what we have. Never thought to check to see if we can fit this in the garage. This little garage we built is a little bit on the small side here. There we go. Oh yeah, lots of space. Perfect. All right, guys, that ain't bad. We'll get a little bit of studying done tonight, and then I think it's going to be time to sell off what we got for bales. I'm making like $2,500 a month right now on the gas from the gas station, which ain't bad at all. Anyways, we get some studying done, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in January. No doors want to close. Gotta lubricate those hinges, I guess. Oh boy! All right, finally, we're gonna make our first profits today. If I could make, what, 50,000? 50 grand, I think is what I can possibly make off all these bales. We'll see. We'll see if it's the right amount. I told them what I've got. It should be about 50 grand, I think. Get us over $100,000. I don't know where we're going to go from here, but I got a couple plans, so let's go sell these off. Got to load this trailer up again, though. That's a lot. 353 bales to load. Even managed to find a bit of room in the truck for our first sale off here. We got to go to the farmer's market. It is the best price for all our alfalfa needs, so we got to go through town and heading down into the valley, which I don't think we've really been down there too much. Watch out, folks. Coming through town. Oh, I'm going by the Casey. I'm going by Casey's. Don't tell him I'm here. Hopefully my boss doesn't see me. All right, just made it over towards the farmer's market. Let's see if we can pull on in here. And do I miss my turn? Is it the next one? Oh, it's right here. I was like, where is the turn for this place? I know it's here somewhere. I know I've been here once before. Easy. Up and around. And yeah, here's the farmer's market. Welcome in. Let's go sell these guys off. Trying to get the last little bit here. Let me just see if we can re-angle this in. There we go. Perfect. All right. Decent start right there, guys. We're already up to $71,000. A little over 10 grand already sold off. I got a bunch more trips to make though. Last few bales, guys. We've been trucking back and forth all morning. Last little bit. Let's go sell these last bales off. So I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do with the money now. I mean, realistically, I need more. I need bigger fields. But do I want to just keep on doing alfalfa? Like that's even if I do that, I'll need to replant potentially as well, right? I'll need to buy a field that already has alfalfa on it, like the one we're right beside here, actually. Or I will need to, of course, plant some, and I don't have equipment for that. I don't know what I'm going to do first yet. We're going to keep on plugging away at the gas station, of course, because that seems to be, I mean, a steady income at least. I mean, we're making almost 3 grand a month from the gas station, which is great. That's a great way to subsidize our income. It pays us even in the winter right now, so I can keep on studying. Eventually, like I said, we'll see if I can maybe find work elsewhere that maybe pays a little bit better. Oh, we got signs down here. They might pay a little bit better than what we're paying over at Casey's here. Maybe we can find something that pays a little bit better than that, because it's not great pay, but it's not terrible either. But realistically, what I've made from this harvest, which will be, you know, a decent amount, is almost what I make yearly from the fuel station. So, I mean, it wouldn't take much for me to completely push our income someplace else, right? If that makes any sense. Yeah, we could make a ton of cash working just on our own farm if we manage to pull this off. Now, that means more equipment, of course. Yeah, that's the big thing, is more equipment. Let's sell the rest of this off and see what we got in the bank account. All right, 5,200 bucks from that sale, $128,000. Not bad, you guys. I'm actually pretty happy about that right now. Hey, look, we got some sheep out here. Well, look at these little guys. They can clean up the yard, I guess. They got a few sheep out here to keep the grass all cut by the playground area. That's a good idea. So we'll need to figure out exactly what we're going to buy, I don't know, for the first time to expand this farm and keep on working at the gas station. I think we'll do like a double for that at least. Keep our incomes going both ways. I might have to gate back the contract work, though, if I want to keep studying as much as I have been, which we're getting close to getting that bachelor's degree, of course, and that's kind of really what I want to have at least. But for now, we'll keep plugging away with what we've got. Starting from scratch out in Montana has been relatively successful, guys. I mean, we came out here with nothing, and we've already got our own farm and some equipment. Of course, on top of this starting from scratch farm, we have been working on, well, upgrading our education by going to school, studying, and getting some diplomas. On top of that, during this whole thing, we've been working at Casey's at the fuel station to make some more money, since this farm really isn't producing that much money yet. Now, that being said, I've got a bunch of alfalfa hay that's already been knocked down. We cut this down just earlier today, and we're going to rake this up, put it in some rows, and bale it up again, and hopefully, well, at some point, we'll make some more money off this. Now, we're going into start of summer right now. Prices for the alfalfa are less than great, to be perfectly honest. However, it'll be fine. We'll store it in the shed back there, and yeah, that's how we're going to do this for the time being. Now, I've only got this one field, guys. That's all I've got, is one field, 5 acres, plus my farmhouse and shed. That's all I've really got to work with on this farm. Now, do I want to increase that? Yes, of course, but my focus still is education. I would like to get that college degree and maybe get a better job so we can have that kind of a sustained income rather than just relying on once a year getting our farm income right now. It's really just not enough for us to balance the books, so I've got to keep working on, well, other jobs, to be perfectly honest. Now, I do have plans. Like I said, I do want to somewhat expand this farm, or maybe possibly even move to a bigger farm. Could we afford that at some point? I don't know yet. So the plan for right now, the plan for this summertime at least, is to keep plugging away on our farm here. We'll make do with what we have for the most part. I'm going to try not to spend much money on anything. We do have $100,000 in the old bank account, but realistically, what I want to do, I'm getting close right now to being able to write for my college degree. So if we can get that college degree, I might have the work education or the work experience already that maybe we can advance up in Casey's. I mean, we're already the warehouse manager. Can we become the general manager? You know what, we're making, what, $75,000 a year? That's a pretty big jump as far as our income goes, just from doing that alone. Raking's all finished up. Let's go put the rake back away in the shed here for now. You know what? We should actually, we'll pick these all apart. Yeah, get all the tines off this while we're at it. Put it down so it's properly put away for a while. And then we're going to grab our little Massey baler and get back into this field and bale all these mini alfalfa bales up. Looks like we've got quite a few rows here. This should be good. Should be quite simple. Now, this thing should pump out the bales pretty quick with the little mini baler, of course. Lots of bale twine still in here. We got 7 to 10 boxes already still loaded. So that should last us at least for a couple more harvests. So yeah, we did 3 from the first harvest. This is only the second time harvesting the alfalfa. So yeah, this should last us a little bit. Yeah, look at them coming out there real quick. That's great. Okay, it's perfect. So this baling solution has actually been pretty good. This is not something I'm too worried about replacing anytime soon. I'm pretty happy with this. The swather, I feel like that's something that I may want to upgrade sooner than later. That might be the first step of, well, things to upgrade, other than maybe transport issues. Yeah, getting all the bales All these bales, these little mini bales to the sell points, whether it be at the farmer's market or if we're going into the hay and store and feed sale. It's quite a drive, and I only have a small little flat deck trailer, so that kind of is something we need to figure out. But you know what, we're fine for now. We'll keep on working with what we've got, I think. Last pass down here to the last row, and I don't know how many bales I've got here, but I've got a lot. I've got more than my share. I think we got more than last time, but we'll see. We got, what, just over 300 last time. See what we do this time. Should be pretty much similar, I would think. Yeah, it looks like the bale counter said we had roughly 320 something, I think 320. I didn't reset the bale or the counter. I think it was 320, 330. So I'm going to stack all these, see if I can get them all inside the shed this time. So we'll put them all inside the shed. Like I said, we don't need to sell these off until probably next January. So these are, I'm going to try to hold off on selling much, but that being said, I don't think I can hold much more than one harvest in the shed. So we're going to have to start selling stuff out at some point in the very near future anyways, realistically. Perfect. All right, two trailerfuls are already in. I've probably got another 4. There's going to be 6 trailerfuls all to go. Might be that much. There you go. So yeah, 330-ish bales, guys, 330 mini bales. That's great. Harvest is done, but I do have something else to do. That's right. I need to go to work now. Farming's done for the day. It's time to head to Casey's. I think that's a little change of uniform is in order, and away we go. Get the KTM fired up. Let's get going. The bike has been a great choice for us, by the way. Actually, you know what? Doors are open. We gotta shut this down here. Keep the riffraff out of the farm. Yeah, no, the bike has been a great choice for us to commute back and forth. I've never even had to fill this thing up, to be perfectly honest. It just sips the fuel. Sips it. So today might be the last day before we go and write our exam. So I'm hoping to get this shift over with so that we can start to study. That's right. We'll work our one more shift here at Casey's. And to be honest, guys, I haven't missed a shift here. So I've got a little bit of leniency if I need to book some time off. But I think we're good for that right now. Let's get to work. Another day done. That is the end of today. I mean, look at these shelves. Best warehouse manager Casey's has ever seen. Like I said, never taken a day off in my career here at Casey's. They don't make them like me, apparently. So let's get back home. I've got some studying I want to do, but I'm looking forward to hopefully earning that diploma, or degree? Diploma, I think it's diploma, the college diploma. And we'll see, maybe that will push our education up a little bit. And for education, I mean, that means I can maybe ask for a better salary. We still got bales to sell off at some point, but things are winding down. Let me get some rest here. Let's do some studying. I'll see you guys first thing in the morning, where we're going to go write our test and see if we can pass this exam. We'll see you guys in the flip-flop. All right, it is the morning, and it's time. I studied last night. I think I'm prepared. Let's go into the city and let's go write this test. Let's get this over with. You know what? I should probably grab a coffee. I do need a coffee, make sure everything, the synapses are all firing at 100% here. Let's make sure we grab a quick coffee at Tim's. Double? Sure. Thank you very much. All right, let's go write this test. Guys, I'm ready for this. We could do this. Let's make sure we pass this first try. I don't want to come back and rewrite this, so you know what? Wish me luck. Test, exam, taken. What? Oh, yes, we passed. Good. Okay, I was worried for a second, but you know what? I shouldn't have been. Right, teach? Right, prof, teach? I don't even know anymore. Or we're the grade A students all around. Perfect. All right, let's go back to work, though, unfortunately. So we passed our test. We are now officially, we have a diploma for college, but it still means I still need to work. But we need to talk about a raise. Is there anything I can do about that? It doesn't look promising. I still have some work to do. Huh. Well, another shift is done at Casey's, but no raise in my future yet. That's a little disappointing. Does it feel like every time I work, it's nice and sunny, and then as soon as I get off work, it's pouring rain? I swear that happens every time. And it's never nice out when I'm off. You know, all right, so it looks like Casey's, there's not a lot of room for movement there, to be perfectly honest. When looking at our career path at Casey's, I'm not really thrilled with our possible potential there right now. Maybe we should go look at the BGA and just see what our options might be going forward. Now, I don't know what we could possibly do there yet. Maybe they need somebody, maybe they got a warehouse they need to be stocked there, because I'd be good at that, I think. I mean, I am the best warehouse stocker in the county. Hello? Anybody in here? Where do I go for this? Who do I need to talk to? Where's the office? Must be around back. Let's see what they got for work. So they've got a cleaner is the only thing I'm qualified for. Huh. It looks like I'm going to need some more education, you guys. Yeah, I'm going to need some more education, unfortunately. That sucks. All right. Well, I guess that's something we can keep on focusing towards, but we're a long ways away. A long ways away from having any kind of an education that will allow us to work at the BGA, I think. We're still several years away from that. Not only that, guys, the experience we're going to need, it's going to take a little bit of time. That really does suck. I'm disappointed. So, you know what? Instead of being disappointed with that, what I think we're going to do is we're going to focus our time on our farm. I'm happy with my education level right now, but I think maybe we should just start doubling down on the starting from scratch farm out here, this brand new farm, and see what we can do here instead. And so what I've done is I have picked up a fertilizer spreader. That's the first piece of equipment. Now, I said I wasn't going to spend too much money. It's not. It's like 10 grand. But I've got a brand new fertilizer spreader that's going to hopefully help us with the alfalfa. Now, this thing, like I said, it's fairly generic, fairly simple drive fertilizer spreader. It doesn't hold a ton. It should be more than enough for our little field for now. We'll see. And it should work with the farmall. So let's fire that up. Let's get this thing in the field, and we'll see what we can make do with this, how it's going to work out. Now, I've got a ton of fertilizer that I acquired. I want to say acquired, not stolen, acquired from the various farm contracts we worked the last couple of years. So I don't have to buy any of that, which is great. I mean, look at how many we've got here. I've got like 8. I think we've got 5 pallets here, and I got maybe 3 more inside the garage. So free fertilizer. Just like that. I love that. That actually worked out rather well, because that's it's a bit of an expensive charge right there. It's probably at least what, $20,000 worth of fertilizer we're going to get for free. I mean, I gotta word that a little bit better. I'll have to work on that as time goes on, but whatever. You guys know what I mean. So we're gonna spread the fertilizer out on this alfalfa field, and hopefully, I don't know what percentage more I would expect to get out of this, but it should help us maximize potential profits with the alfalfa, right? Like I said, we're getting 320, 330 bales. Let's see if we can turn this all on. There is a special gate on this one. We have to open up on the back there to open up fertilizer into the back. Huh. Okay. So far, not seeing any fertilizer come out of this fertilizer spreader. No, nothing's coming out. What am I missing here? We need to make sure everything's connected properly. It doesn't seem to want to... Yeah, it's all on. It's turned on. It's not spreading the fertilizer out. Okay, let me see here. What are we missing? I don't think we turned something on. Is it... No, that's... Oh, there we go. Okay. Guys, I didn't lower... There's an extra arm that has to be lowered down onto the tire for the spreaders to be spun up. So as soon as that moves down onto the tire, then everything works properly. So you got 2 different activations for this specific spreader. You have to open up the gate so that it allows fertilizer to fall from the hopper down towards the discs, and then those discs have to be activated by the little wheel that kind of spins down on top of the tire. I don't know what that wheel's called off the top of my head, to be honest with you. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. I'm not sure if it's a thing or not. Regardless of which, you got 2 different activations on this one, so that caught me off guard a little bit. Anyways, we'll spread this fertilizer out for the day. That's the only thing I really need to take care of today, and then it's back to work at the fuel at the gas station once again. But yeah, this should help us in the long run. I'm hoping for another, do I dare say 20%? Maybe 15% more bales? I don't know. I don't even know what to think yet. We'll think about this over the next couple of days. But this will be the second harvest of the year coming up, and I'm hoping to get 3 per year. This is the goal, of course. So that will help us to maybe advance this farm. Like I said, I have nothing else. I don't feel there's a future with the gas station in the grand scheme of things. I don't think Casey's is really going to hold me there much longer. With the college degree, I think we could go someplace else. There's got to be some other work someplace that's going to make me a bit more money. But once again, the hours at Casey's is convenient. It's only 8 hours a day, and it's so close. So it's really a bit of a toss-up, right? I don't know. What do you do? All right, so finish this field. Fertilizer's been spread. That's really the last of it today. Let's put this all back in the shed. And from here, I guess it's time to go back to work. Back to Casey's we go. Like I said, the monotony of working at the fuel station is starting to set in after going on to 4 years now. Just back and forth, studying from here. I'm going to keep on studying, to be perfectly honest. We're going to see if we can work that up. Like I said, maybe the long-term goal for us will be to get a job at the BGA. But today, we're just going to keep working our way here at Casey's. Now, we are still, like I said, the best employee they've ever had. Look at that, extremely high. We are super happy, but we're a long ways from becoming manager, it seems like. So I know I was going to see you guys at the end of the last shift, but I decided, you know what? There's not much to talk about. I just pounded back a few brown waters and called it a day. But today, we're back into our fields. We're back farming the farm since, well, it doesn't look like there's a promotion in my future anytime soon. You know what? When you get lemons, you got to make lemonade somehow. And I feel like we can always sink more time into our farm if we really want to. We can find something to do here. So I think for the time being, I'm going to try and focus a little bit heavier. We're going to push a little harder into our farm rather than, well, Casey's. Like, it just doesn't seem like there's much there in the long run. So for now, I'm going to sit here and knock down the alfalfa, and we're going to focus on this. I'm coming up with a plan on how to upgrade this sooner than later. Like, my original plan was to sit back and wait a little bit, but I think now, after seeing what our employment prospects are looking like, it's just not happening fast enough for me. So I think we're going to find a way now to push ahead a little bit quicker and find a way to make that money just a little bit quicker to advance this farm. So the alfalfa, of course, is going to be key with that. We're going to have to make a lot out of these alfalfa bales, get the windrow back out, the rake back out, and make sure the tines are all back down. It doesn't want to start without those properly. Now, we did fertilize that. We've already started this plan beforehand by fertilizing this field. I mean, there's a lot of alfalfa here. It feels like we're getting a lot more than we have in previous harvests. Last pass down the far side, it's the smallest, of course, just kind of pushing all the alfalfa out of the ditch here from the road. But we'll see exactly how much we get. Now, 330 bales, I think it was, from the last harvest. We'll start with the small little one down at the side here, the far edge by the ditch, and we'll move our way through. We'll see what we get. We'll see how many more bales we have compared to our last couple harvests. Hopefully there's a lot more. It seems like this row is pumping them out a little bit quicker than normal. If I'm not, yeah, I think it's faster. It looks faster. Yeah, it's definitely pumping out more bales. I don't know what the count is off the top of my head, but we're definitely getting a decent amount of bales off this. Now, is this going to pay for everything I ever wanted to? No, of course not. The alfalfa bales are relatively inexpensive and cheap. But like I said, the nice thing about them is we can sell. We have 3 harvests we could probably get per year off this if weather cooperates. So, speaking of planning things out, I am running out of bale twine, like out completely of bale twine. So I guess we're gonna have to go figure that out. We'll have to plan that out a little bit. That's our first kind of, I don't know, nominal expense, I guess, on the farm in a while. So I guess it's time to head over to the shop and pick up some bale twine for this thing. Grab the Dodge, get the Ram, and into town we go. It's a nice thing to have this truck. The truck's actually gonna come in handy, I think, coming forward. We got the bale twine all loaded up into the back of the Ram. Everything's looking good. Let's get back to work. Back out of town, all the way through. Now, like I said, I've been thinking. Guys, I have been thinking about how we're going to advance this farm. Like I said, we do have a steady income, but I need to plan out exactly what equipment we're going to upgrade first. Now, there's a lot of things we don't have on this farm. We're kind of stuck with what we have. Fortunately, we can load this bale. How many rolls can I get in here? Can I get all 10? We're up to 3, 4, 5. I don't think it's going to load them all. I can't get the last 3 in there. Huh. I've only got 7? Yeah, I can only get 7 in. Whatever, it is what it is. So, I'm actually relatively happy with this baler. The tractor is something we might need to upgrade. It's doing all right, don't get me wrong, out here with what we've got, but the biggest thing I still think is the swather. The swather, that needs to be something I need to figure out, and hopefully sooner than later. But before we get into any of that, I think more land is really what we're going to need to upgrade. Also, one other smaller thing, maybe a better trailer for moving. I don't mind having the trailer we have to get the bales off the field over to the barn, but we don't have a great way of getting all the bales to the sell points. So we're going to have to figure that out as well. That's probably something on my radar right away here. Can I fit this? No, we can't get any more bale. I cannot get any twine into this. Why not? Huh. Maybe I have to empty all the bales out of it. That might be the thing. Whatever. Anyways, like I said, this little trailer is not great for taking I don't want to take 10 trips to go sell all our bales off. I don't mind pulling all the bales in and storing them by the farm, but like I said, trying to get all the way across to the farmer's market with our bales with this it's a bit slow. Now, I know we were talking about the amount of bales we needed on this harvest to make this show that we're increasing our yield, basically, right? But the fertilizing, was it worthwhile? And yeah, I think it was. I mean, we got one more trailer full of bales, essentially. You can see how many we got here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe actually, no, it's maybe 2. Anyways, I've got quite a few more bales. I think that's another maybe $15,000 worth of alfalfa bales. You can see what we had from our first harvest inside the barn here. And yeah, we're missing like one whole trailer full, which I think is a reasonable amount to get from fertilizing. Now, of course, you know that since we're finished our farm work, it's time to go back to our day job and back to Casey's we go. We'll see how that works out for us, but we still have to keep on earning our paycheck at Casey's for the time being until we can advance far enough to make more money, maybe at the farm. I don't know yet. Another day done, but there is some unfortunate news I have for everybody, well, at least for me. It looks like the rain is in the forecast. I've got rain in the forecast, which means all those bales that I stored outside, we need to find a way to get rid of them. I do not want to leave those bales out here in the elements, because they will deteriorate and just evaporate and disappear. So I've gone and bought a flat deck trailer. We've got a PJ flat deck trailer that works really well with the old Dodge. We're gonna have to use this, like I said, a faster way to move bales. Now, we can load these up relatively quickly, just kind of throw a bunch of these baby bales up on the flat deck here. I love that, that's great. Look at all these bales. That's a ton of bales, perfect. This is so much faster. All the way to the farmer's market we go now. We've got all the bales ready to rock. It's gonna be probably 2 or 3 loads still, even with the PJ flat deck. Where do we have to go on this? It's the far side of town. Yeah, all the way on the far side. So this is gonna help us get to our next step. Now, I've been doing a little bit of research. Let's sell this off first, and we can talk a little bit about what my plans are going to be going forward here. If we kind of stick ourselves in, we'll see how much money we make off of this here. Like, so I'm hoping for a decent paycheck on total. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Oh, I'm missing a few bales though. What are these guys? Come on, get in there. Gotta make sure we get them all. Unfortunately, we're not getting the environmental score, which would be nice. Maybe we should work on that a little bit too. But regardless, there is something that I want to do going forward, guys. You can see we're almost at $150,000. We're not quite where I want to be yet. So I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to go about doing this, but this plot of land that's right next to our farm almost, it's right on the way, just on the outskirts. This is going for about $200,000, and it's already planted with alfalfa. We're already set up to harvest and work this field. If I could find a way to make another $50,000 in the next couple months, that could be our field. That might be my first upgrade. Now, I know I talked about upgrading the swather. That might have to wait. I don't know yet. I think I can do at least another couple harvests with that old swather. So maybe we'll stick with that for the time being. But that field, guys, if we buy this field, that could definitely help us make some more money. Now, let's explore another option on making a little bit more cash. Like I said, we're close. At 50 grand in a few months, like 3 or 4 months. I'm not quite sure exactly how I'm going to. I might have to start playing the lottery a little bit, to be honest, if I want to start making that kind of money. So I don't think the odds are great with that. So I've got another plan. I've got another plan. Plan B. We've got Plan B we're going to work on now as well. And I'm just wondering if there's any other jobs. I mean, we now have a college diploma, right? I think we're extremely marketable. We have the resume we've built up over the last 3 or 4 years, working at Casey's, worked our way up the food chain at Casey's, up to, we got the warehouse management position now. We're still a ways away from where I want to be there, but regardless, is there a better job out there that's going to make us a bit more money? Maybe in less hours? I don't know. I'll take even more hours, to be perfectly honest, but we're going to head over to Hobson on the far side, the other side of the county here instead. There's a few more jobs down here. I'm going to go look around and see what we can get outside of Moccasin here, the other town, which is, it's a bit of a catch-22 here though, right? It's a longer drive to get down here, but maybe we can make more money. You know what? There's a place, the oil mill, right off the side here. We'll go to the oil mill. I think the oil mill, maybe we can get something that's a little bit more technical than being a warehouse manager. Let's see if we can get a job here as something that might be a little more technical, a little more up our alley. I don't know. Let's take a look. So they do need an oil processor. An oil processor, it will pay us another 5-6 grand more a month or a year. You know what? That's something. That's better than what we had, and the process looks like it's a lot faster to get up to a managerial position. So there's that. All right. So the one downside, like another catch to this, guys, it's a 10-hour work shift rather than 8. So we're losing 2 hours a day, but we're also making more money. So it's probably, if you want to go hour to hour, it's probably equal working as the warehouse manager at Casey's versus working as the oil processor over at the oil mill. But I think the upgrade, the speed of upgrading to the next level to get up to a managerial position at the oil mill is a little bit faster. So the money will flow in a little bit faster that way as well. Whoa, watch out for those guardrails. Holy. Good thing we're the best driver in Farm Sim. You know what? So we've got this brand new job. I'm quitting Casey's. I can't work both. There's no way that's going to work out for us. I don't have the time of the day to do both jobs, plus my farm, plus studying. So, well, you know what that means, right? Yeah, I'm sure Gertie will take my warehouse position. She can take the promotion. But I'm done at Casey's. No 2-week notice here. We're done. We're out of here. Thanks. Maybe we'll come back if we lose our job at the oil mill. So that's it for the oil mill, or for Casey's, guys. We're done with Casey's for now. I'm going to keep on studying, like I said, and try to get our education up. I'm trying to get our next level. I'll try to get to a master's. I don't know. I would love to eventually get to the BGA. I'm just wondering on timing, like if we advance the farm too quickly, which would be a good thing, are we going to run out of time to work the jobs and still work our farm? I don't know yet. That's something I'm going to have to consider going forward, but I think upgrading the farm right now, we have the time to do that. So let's try to get some more fields, get some more storage, and get some better equipment going forward on this farm sooner than later. So that's going to do it for us today out here in Judith Plains, Montana. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like I said, we've got plans going forward. I've got to expand the farm. We've got to get our education going and still find a way to work that job, maybe move up the old career ladder. Well, folks, I'm hoping that this is the last harvest we have to do with this double or dual sickle bar mower. I'm really hoping this is the last one and that we can upgrade this, because that's the first thing I need to upgrade, I think. Don't get me wrong, it's been working out like a charm actually with the old farm all here, but we're at the point now where we can start to look at some upgrades for this farm, even though we're still working everywhere else, to be honest too. We're still studying, and we've got our new job over at the oil mill. So speaking of which, we'll probably have to head there a little later on today, but I'm hoping that was the last job for that sickle bar. Now, looking at our fuel, looks like that's going to be a bit of an issue coming forward, so let's head into town. You know what, I'm going to take this is the first time I've serviced this tractor as well. I'm going to service it as well as put some fuel in the thing as well. We'll take it all to town with us. We'll go back to the shop and get everything taken care of, so it makes sense. Rather than trying to do this back at the farm, I have no facilities at the farm right now to do any of that stuff, so let's go bring her into town and we'll get both those things taken care of together. Now there's something I wouldn't mind having. Actually, any of this right now. Oh man, I need an upgrade. I would love to get an upgraded tractor right now. That's not in the cards for us for a little bit still. The farm hall's got lots of work ahead of it. So we're going to try and take care of this today. We're going to go service it first. And then I'll fill out. How much is a service going to cost? Just a tune-up. Just a little tune-up. Well, that's reasonable. That's not even bad at all. I'm probably going to spend more on fuel than I did servicing the tractor. Guys, that's all right. Okay, cool. All right. Let's get back to the farm here. So we've got 5 acres of alfalfa, which we just knocked down with the mower, and I'm going to rake it back up into rows like we have been once again. And from there, guys, we're just simply going to bale this up one last time. Now, this will most likely, I believe this should be the last harvest. Yeah, we're in October. Should be the last harvest of this year. Now, I have no idea what we did in total for finances this year, but I mean, we're looking pretty good, $150,000 in the old bank account. And by the time we sell off all the bales we got come like January, all these bales, once we sell all these bales off, I think we're going to have plenty of money. We're going to have a decent sum in the old checking account, because I need to buy some land. Like I said, I need to buy some new equipment. Anyways, we'll see you guys in a couple months when it's time to sell this stuff off. Winter in Montana. What else can you say, guys? This is kind of ridiculous. I think we got some work ahead of us here. Yeah, we got a couple feet of snow over the last couple of days. It's been a bit of a mess for me to try to get to work even. It's not great. The bike's put away, that's for sure. But the old Ram, the one-ton Ram, the 3500 here, she's been doing all right. It's a bit of a fight sometimes, but I mean, we do have four-wheel drive, of course. Yeah, still, it's not exactly easy to move things around. Move around the farm here, and of course, even just getting in and out, I'm sliding everywhere. Yeah, just not great. It's not my favorite, that's for sure, but today we've got to do something else. Yeah, I'm gonna sell everything, guys. We gotta sell all those bales, which means I need this PJ trailer hooked up, and hopefully I can load this trailer up and do a couple rips over to the farmer's market and drop all these bales off. I've got a couple of trips we're gonna need to make, maybe like 4 or 5. I don't even know. There's a lot of trips. I don't even know how many bales I have off the top of my head right now. I lost track once we stacked them, so it's quite a few. I'm gonna guess about 700 is my rough guesstimate. Yeah, something along those lines. Come on, get out of here. You've got to be getting not the best conditions here. Let's see if we can reset this and lock my diffs now. Let's see if I can get this thing out. There we go. Now she pulled through. Oh, watch out for the rake. Yeah, not great. This is gonna be my struggle for today. That is for sure. All right. Yeah, this is terrible. I'm just trying to get up to the farmer's market, guys. They haven't cleaned the roadway up to the farmer's market yet, and I'm just fighting to get up to their delivery doors. I just can't get up. Come on, Betsy, let's go. Oh man, that was like an extra 10 minutes of my trip just trying to get up to the doors there. Oh, ridiculous. Okay, first trip done. All right, some good money coming in. We've got a few more trips to go make. So the snow is going to definitely cause us a little bit of havoc today. I maybe like the more we pack things down, it might get better. It might get worse though as well, because you pack that stuff down, it turns to ice, it gets all rutted out. Sometimes I find it's better when it's not packed at all, and then you can just kind of drift right over top of everything. But now we got all these ruts here, so I'm gonna kind of bounce around a little bit. Yeah, that's terrible. Oh boy. I'm just seeing if I can pull like a big Yui out in the field on this far side over here. Yeah, there we go. We're good. No, we're not good at all. Anyways, if you enjoy watching me struggle through some of this stuff and you're enjoying these vids, make sure you guys drop a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out whenever we do some new farm sim content. There's going to be a little bit more of me struggling today. It looks like I've got at least 3 more trips, I believe. So, yeah, come on, Betsy, let's go. Make sure you guys do that. Go subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, because it does help, believe me. It helps me get out of the snow. I don't know how, it just does. It's science. Come on, let's go. We're good. Okay, so we've done 2 trips so far. We're at $190,000. Let's see if we can get up this hill without stopping this time. Get out of the way, dude. Like, he's just strolling back in front of me. Oh, come on. No, don't. Oh, that guy. You are ridiculous. Why would you just... This guy. You saw me coming, and what? You're in your t-shirt here? Just going out for a stroll. Oh, you're brutal, dude. See, like, I had the speed last time, and he got in my way. Now, that's all I had to do. As long as I have the speed, I can make that hill, but when you got pedestrians out there just walking around, it's kind of an issue. So, third trip, there we go. We're good. That's okay. Keep on selling, get rid of all those bales. Perfect. Move them all in. Guys, I mean, looking at the finances right now, we're at $221,000, right? I needed $200,000 for the field I want to buy. I've still got lots of bales left, as you can see. Oh, but the struggle is so real. I don't think we've had this much snow in Montana since we've moved out here, so this is a bit of a first for me. And it's going perfectly. Oh yeah, we're low on fuel once again as well. Of course we are. I mean, I've probably spent half my tank just trying to get out of my driveway. I really probably do need to get a plow maybe at some point in time if this is going to be a common occurrence out here on our farm. Ah, man, I haven't gone to work today yet. That's still something I need to consider now. we do still work at the oil plant. Things are working out really well there, as if you recall. Get out of my way. Out of the way. Let's go. Up the hill this time. But it does take, we've been promoted, right? We're the oil processor now, and it's just 12 hours a day, guys. We do 12 hours a day there, and we still need to study, and of course we have to run our own farm. So I'm bouncing everywhere right now. It feels like I just don't have enough time in a day, to be perfectly honest. Okay, I think we're on our last load. That's got to be the end of the bales, and the snow has kind of melted here as well, which is fantastic. Made my life so much easier. Even down here at the farmer's market, snow is kind of gated back a little bit, so I can kind of just jump in here and not get stuck anymore. It finally happened. Maybe I should have waited a couple hours to sell everything off. Okay, so I forgot almost that I had one more, the trailer. I had the small flat deck inside the garage here that I was protecting the bales in. And yeah, we got to grab that as well. I got to sell all that off, but I forgot that I stored this in here. I went to get the bike, and oh yeah, there's some more bales. Come on out. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. There we go. Yeah, we're fine. It's fine. The old Ram's getting a workout today. There we go. Cool. So that will be all the bales. I knew I couldn't remember where I put the trailer last time. Put it in the garage full of bales. Don't do that. Let's leave it outside now. We're not going to need to worry about that. But so I've got $311,000, guys. I'm still working. We're still going to make some more money off that, but that money's earmarked for some more land, some more equipment. And you know what else I'm realizing I'm going to need? Is like something to store my bales. Come on, I can't even get into my parking spot. So that's stuff we're gonna have to think about here in the very near future. Let me think about and find a way to make that work. And of course, we still need to study because we're going for that bachelor's degree. Anyways, we'll see you guys in a couple days here, or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Yep, and of course we are late for work. Well, going to be 2 minutes to get all the way across the county to the oil mill while our shift is starting. I'm still spot on attendance, so I should be good, but we'll gotta make sure we get there in time, you guys. It's just gotta get all the way across the county now. And once again, it's a 12-hour shift for us instead of what we were doing with the 8-hour at the gas station before, so like that's another 4 hours that's taking out of my day. It's more money we're making, and I have a better chances of getting a better job sooner working at the oil mill, so that's kind of my thought process. Now, for those who are asking, we're using the employment mod. It's in the mod hub, PC only. Go check it out if you're on PC. Oh, watch out for that guy. Hey, easy. Come on. Anyways, we are looking pretty good. We're making some decent money with this. I mean, it's $3,000 a month. We're out ahead right now, just from working at the oil mill, not even including our farm work. So I really can't complain too much, and I think we're getting close to a promotion already down here at the oil mill. So let's go do our shift. See, looks pretty good. Extremely high as far as our employment goes, guys. I'm happy. All right, I'll see you after this shift's over. This is the worst, though. You come to work and it's dark, and you go home and it's dark. That is the absolute worst. We're doing 12-hour days down at the oil mill. It's just dark all the time right now in the winter time. It's terrible. So no, I'm not doing any work at the farm tonight. We're just going to go home and study, I think, see if we can work on our degree a little bit, and maybe get to work here the next month or two back on the farm. We'll see you guys then. All right, it is finally April. Look at it, it's actually a nice bluebird day. But we've spent some of our cash, some of our hard-earned money we've been spending on some things. Number one is a field, which we'll get into in a bit. But secondly, well, I've got some new equipment. Let's head over to the shop and pick it up right meow. We gotta go pick this bad boy up. This should definitely help us with our alfalfa harvesting. Perfect. So you got it all set up. We're good. I think he's already got it in the flat deck for me, guys. Perfect. Let's go look at this. I mean, International Harvester haybine, a pull behind haybine that's going to run perfectly with our farmall, I believe. I believe this should work out fine. I was looking for something inexpensive. I still didn't want to go and spend, $100,000 on anything. So this haybine was all of, I think, 11 grand. So I can definitely justify that, considering, well, a couple of things that we've gone and else and bought, namely another field. So there we go. We got the International, haybine. We're going to work great, I'm sure, behind our farmall. This has more than enough horsepower for it. It's just going to be so much easier to control than that sickle bar. So let's get this thing hooked up. Let's give it a test out and see how she runs here. And we'll run her through its paces today, that's for sure, because I got lots of harvesting to do. I mean, our alfalfa is looking pretty good. Now, there's something else I'm going to be spending money on today we're going to wait until we get into the day a little bit. I've got a plan for today. There's guys coming out to build some stuff for me. Let's go with that. And I think that should give you enough of a hint on what I've got planned. But I digress. Before we even can think about talking about that more, I've got 5 acres of alfalfa right here we need to harvest with our brand new hay bine. Drop it into the field. There we go, perfect. Now, this is, I believe it's 5.5 meters. It's actually a rather big pull behind hay bine, as you can see. I don't know if I need to use my rake anymore. So I'm not going to worry too much about that for the most part. It's a pretty wide hay bine for the most. Like it's not something. I think I can just let it deal with the baler now instead of going back and forth. And I mean, even if I come through here with the rake, I'm just joining 2 of these rows together. So if I just go do one pass with the baler, it's the same amount of passes, and I don't have to go switch equipment back and forth, right? That makes sense. Rather than coming in here with the rake, put them together, go through the whole field once, then go back out, get the baler, and then do half the field that we just rake together. I just think it makes more sense for us to just leave this as it is, and then just do twice as much with the baler. So it's the same amount of mileage. Let's put it that way. And the baler's totally fine. That little mini baler. To be honest, to be fair, that's something I wouldn't mind upgrading as we go forward now that we've gotten this done. Guys, this is working out actually pretty darn well. I'm pretty happy with this. We can hold 10 miles per hour and yeah, just knock this alfalfa down without a problem at all. You might recall the other one we were given a little bit of issues with. It's definitely a little bit slower, definitely a little bit smaller. And yeah, every once in a while it just doesn't seem to want to go through the alfalfa the way I would like. And this one here, this hay bine, no problem at all. So, first field, donezo. Now, we do need to go take a look at what else I spotted. And this is what I spent the majority of my money on. Now, if you were with us last time, we did talk about this. We have a field just over by the tracks, cost us just over 200 grand. And this is, well, twice the size of that particular field we just did. So that was a 5-acre field. The field we picked up, guys, is up to 10 acres. We got another 10 acres now. So I thought I was doing good with just the 5 acres on alfalfa. I think after this year, like, we're going to be actually looking really well as far as our finances go. The amount of money we're going to be able to pull off these fields now. I don't even know how many bales am I going to get off this. We had what, 700 bales just earlier this year to sell off. Now I'm going to assume we're going to be up around 3,000-4,000 bales by the end of the year at that rate. Now, before I get too far into this field has not been taken care of properly by me. It's probably low on nitrogen, so I'm going to need to fertilize it by the time it regrows. But other than that, I think we're looking pretty darn good. Right down the tracks, perfect, nice and flat too, which is always a little bit nice to have. I mean, you got a little bit of variation here and there, but man, these fields up on this far side, up here in the county, are actually fairly nice and flat, which is good for me. Oh, here comes the train, guys. There we go. Yeah, just ripping on past, right through into town. Nice, that's very cool. Yeah, this is a great field right down into town. We're going to be right on the outskirts here of Moccasin. So if we do need to get fuel or anything, we're that much closer, right? We're right here. Now, plans going forward for this field, I think I'm going to leave it as an alfalfa field for the time being. It is definitely the simplest for us to run right now without having to get another harvester. We don't need to have a planter to plant any other crops. So we're going to run this for the time being. And I could see us in like a year, maybe another year. I would love to upgrade and get a better tractor. Of course, not that the farm-all is bad, but upgrade the farm-all and possibly move into some grain crops. That's something I could see us moving into at some point. But for now, we're going to hold steady with the alfalfa because it is paying us decently, and I can easily do it and still do my main job. Of course, we can still work at the oil mill, and we can still get the studying we need to get done. So once some of those things start to slow down, then we can really start focusing on the farm and maybe diversify these crops a little bit. But I think I'm pretty happy with how the alfalfa is working out. I mean, we're going 5 years almost in on this farm now, and it's still in growing stages. That's for sure. There's been some growing pains, but I feel like we're at the point now where things are going to get better now. I'm not doing no more contracts with any farmers. Of course, you got your own farm. It's kind of a faux pas to go and work other farmers' farms, isn't it? I think it is. So we haven't been doing that. We're focusing on our alfalfa farm, which looks pretty good right now. Let's get this, see if we can get this baled up. Got to make sure we put the twine back in the baler. We're looking a little low there. Put a few more rolls in there. And that's new. Yeah. Totally new building. So, like I said, we were going to build a new building out here to store all of our bales in. I was getting sick of having our bales spread everywhere. And this barn will help us with that. We can hold 1,000 bales in this thing. So there's a ton of storage, of course, up here. And we've even got hayloft doors. We can load stuff up if we wanted to, but a lot of storage. That's great. So we've got all this storage now. I think it's time for us to maybe start filling it. Let's get into the field. Let's get into the field with a mini baler and let's go make some bales. I've got all that alfalfa to go store in there. Yeah, that's going to be great. So I have no idea what to expect. Like I said, we got 350 to 370 bales off just the 5 acres here in the past. So I'm expecting to be equivalent to that going forward. And so you've got to think we're getting, say 350 bales off of 5 acres. We have a double size of field on the far side. So we're going to do another 700. You're looking at like 1,000 bales every time we do a harvest right now. That is the rough guesstimate I'm going to get right now is 1,000 bales per harvest. That seems like a lot for storage purposes. I don't think, yeah, we're going to run out of storage space. I pretty much guarantee it now. The more I think about this. We needed a warehouse. Yeah, that's interesting. So I'm just thinking, doing the math in my head, that this is going to be fine for this harvest, but it's April right now. I'm more than likely going to get 2 more harvests off these alfalfa fields before we sell anything off. And so by the time January comes around, there's a very good chance I will have 3,000 bales sitting on my farm to be sold off. And only 1,000 fits in that barn. So that's a bit of a problem. I'll have to figure something out. Now, I can stick a few in the small barn, the small shed, the lean-to shed, or it's not even a lean-to, just the shed there. I could probably get about 200 in there, 250, probably 300 I bet you I can get in there. I'm still short quite a bit, of course. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with that. Maybe we're just going to stack them outside for the time being, put a tarp on them. I needed a barn regardless, and it's nice to have a little bit extra vehicle storage on the farm, so I'm pretty happy with the barn. As long as we can get the bales up there. That's going to be the first problem, of course, is making sure we can get the bales up in that loft. But I think other than that, it's a nice little addition to our farm. Makes it look nice. We'll see we're going forward. Of course, we need some more twine. Depending on what we do next, guys, after these bales, I need to reconsider what else we're going to put on this farm. I mean, do we need a silo if we're doing grains? That's probably something we should think about and start pricing out. Heading back on down. Let's go down to the big field now. Right down on the railway here. Just on the edge of town, we're going to bale this big 10-acre field up. Like I said, this harvest, I don't expect it's going to be crazy, but it should still get us, I bet you 500 bales off this. Versus once we start harvesting or start fertilizing, taking care of it a little bit more, we'll definitely get a little bit more of a higher yield off this alfalfa. I'm really not complaining though. It's still quite a bit we're going to get off this, guys. So I'm curious to see how much it is going forward. It should be a huge payday for us though. Last couple harvests have been super profitable, and I'm really thinking that this year, by the end of this year, I mean, we're gonna have enough to buy some more property, which is what I want to do. But I wouldn't mind. Can we upgrade our house even too? Like, that's something. I've been living in that house for 4.5 years now. And it's a bit of a shack, like it's that old cabin. Maybe it's time to knock that down and build us a proper house. I can sneak through all these bales. This triangle-shaped field's a little bit more tricky to bale, I have to admit. It's a bit more of a fight. There we go. All right, we're back in and through. But you can see, like, you can see the distance between all the bales. That there is definitely a little bit different than what we had on the previous field. You can notice that because this field has not been fertilized in the past. and it's just been let to grow wild. We'll take care of that by next harvest, though. We'll maximize this field as well. It's going to look great. Okay, last couple passes here, guys. We'll take a look at the count. I'm see if I can remember what it is, but there's going to be probably close to, I bet you we have close to 1,000 bales between these two fields. This is kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're gonna have to go stack some bales. I got a lot of mini bales to go throw onto a flat deck. That's gonna take me a bit. And then we got to put them back in the barn now too. Oh boy, the buggy whips are gonna be sore after all this. All right, let's pull this back in. Put the baler away. That's it for the spread. Oh man, look at all those bales out there still. So many bales. Yeah, we'll pack this back over in the shed here, and we'll get the trailers ready, and we're gonna start loading bales up. See if we can get these off. Now, I still do want to get to work today. It's already 1 o'clock though, so it's something to think about. I keep on forgetting, guys, that I still have another job to do after I do this. So we've got to try to make things quick as I can, but I've got a 12-hour shift to put in still today. So that's going to bring us to midnight, even if we get it done now. Hopefully I'm not in any trouble for that. Last load, it's 2:30 and last load. So it took me an hour to load all these bales up. Could be worse, but it could be a lot better too. But I got to show you the inside of this barn. We'll go take a look at this last load here as we load it on in. But the barn is working out fantastic. Way better. It's even better than what I was expecting. Let's drop the straps off. Load these bales all in. There we go. Awesome. All right. And yeah, bales are all loaded, and let's go upstairs and take a quick little looky here. I mean, I don't know what I can tell you guys, but that's pretty good. Look at all the mini bales. Super excited about this. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. That's good. Perfect. I couldn't be happier with how this turned out for me. All right. So like I said, I've got my main job to go do now. Yep. That's what that means. Let's fire up the KTM, and it's off to work. I go. Oh, easy. Hit the power band there right when we hit the driveway. I can almost get some jumps off that. Huh. Should level that out. And it is already May. I've got some stuff to take care of today on the farm before we go do anything else. In fact, it's something that we've already been talking about, guys. I want to maximize those yields. Well, that means I've got to spray some nitrogen down on those fields, right? Maximize the yields, spread some nitrogen on the field. There's got to be a rhyme in there somewhere. Anyways, we got our lime spreader. It's over on the far side. You know what? We've got a couple pallets of fertilizer still hiding in the back of the garage that I may have acquired from some help with some contract work right there. We still got, what, 3 pallets? Nice. Perfect. Yeah, we'll move the bike out of the way, get this loaded up into our spreader, and we're going to go in and spread both those fields again today, making sure we maximize the yields on both of those alfalfa fields. So I think we'll go do the big field first. We'll go do the 10-acre one. A field we've never put any fertilizer on this yet, of course. It's only the second time we're going to have a chance to harvest it in about 2 months. Yeah, it should be June, July. It'll be July. And we'll finally get in here and harvest it. So we'll get out here and spread some fertilizer, spread some love on this 10-acre field. Yeah, this is actually pretty happy with this one. I would, of course, be nice if it was squared off. It would make my life a little bit easier, but you know what? We can still work with this. It's nice and close to town. It's close to our farm. It's kind of like right in between. So it's not the best field in the world, but for the price, well, we got some dead spots out there. Interesting. But for the price, it was only $100,000 or $200,000. I'm really quite happy with how this one's going to turn out, and we didn't even have to plant any alfalfa on it, which was even better, considering it came with alfalfa. That being said, a lot of it was not looking great right now. What happened down here? Looks like we got some hail, so maybe some winter kill. I don't know. That stuff there didn't look out so well. Maybe I might have to replant that. I'll keep an eye on it. Maybe we'll see if it comes back. But it's not looking good right down in here right now. Hopefully that repairs itself. And that really is it for fertilizing. Well, we've got to do the 5-acre field, but that'll take us no time. We'll refill and get back on out there, guys. And realistically, that's all I got for the summer. I think until we have some harvest to do, but I think I'm just going to keep on studying and working at the oil mill for the rest of the summer, and maybe I'll catch up with you guys a little later on. So I have been working my keister off this summer. I know I was going to say earlier that we talked a little bit more this summer. I've been working my keister off, whether it's going to the oil mill or farming the fields here, pulling the alfalfa off these fields. Both of those things, been working my butt off, doing them both. Constantly, it seems like. Get this thing off and get back to work. Yeah, we've got to get down to the oil mill today. Yeah, we've already done a harvest out here on the fields. Another day, another harvest has happened already. We'll be getting ready for one more harvest of the alfalfa before the end of the year. That's right. Actually, you know what? I should probably get some fuel. We're a little low. We'll stop by Casey's here, the old stomping grounds, and get some fuel. I should get a discount code or something, I think, shouldn't I? I did work here for like 4 years. Anyways, yeah, alfalfa's looking great. We got a ton of bales. I'm going to be able to sell off. One more harvest left to go come the fall. Probably October, November-ish. And that'll do for the year, but I'm looking forward to how much we make. Now, the oil mill has been doing decently as well. This has been paying the bills left, right, and center. Like, we're making $3,000 a month to clear right now, which is great. And you know what? I've been, like I said, working every day, doing my max shifts I possibly can, really picking up the slack around here. So I'm hoping that soon enough we'll be offered a promotion. Fingers crossed. Looking for something big. And today is actually the day. Perfect. Look at this. We have the supervisor offered. That is fantastic. So we're making double the money and 2 less hours now per day. Double the money and 2 less hours. That's actually really big. Okay, that's a huge promotion for me. The time alone is nice, but the double the hours too, or double the pay. So that's perfect. First shift done as a supervisor, guys. I am extremely happy that we managed to get up there. So we've maxed ourselves. Like that is where we want to be at the oil mill. Now, work ahead, keep on working out here, keep on getting experience, but there's no more progression for us really at the oil mill. I am super happy we managed to get to that point. That's great. That's a lot of money going to be coming our way. So what do we do with that cash, right? I mean, okay, it doesn't make us rich right away, but every month now we should be able to get another $6,000-$7,000 in the bank account every month. No questions asked. So I'm not sure what to do with that yet. I mean, I would love to start looking at other crops. Yeah, we should really look at some other crops at some point, and maybe a pressure washer. I could probably use a pressure washer, guys, for my truck. Huh. That's something I probably should look at. But before we even talk about looking at that, I've got a bunch of bales I wanted to show you guys. Look at all the bales I've got here. We've got so many bales. Yeah, like I said, we're about 3,000 bales now just stored on this farm. 3,000 alfalfa bales. Okay, they're just baby alfalfa bales, but still, they're bales. And this poor Dodge. We're gonna load these up and sell these right away. Come January, it's going to be time to sell off the bales. I don't know what we're gonna do with the money. It looks like we're going to have a ton of cash, and I'm gonna have to start really deciding what we're going to do with it all. What is gonna be my best bet? I don't know yet. Guys, it's a sale day out here in Montana. That's right, we're into January, and it's time to sell about 3,000 mini bales of alfalfa. 3,000 mini bales. I gotta load these all up and take them over to the farmer's market, sell them off today. Should be a decent paycheck coming our way. Guys, I've been stacking these, of course, over the winter. They seem to have held up, so we're gonna load them on that flatbed and take them over to the farmer's market. Now, we have the ones that are outside. I also have 1,000 more mini bales up in the barn that we're gonna have to load up. Now, I've got the Dodge, of course. Should be all right. It looks like the weather's going to hold up for us, so it shouldn't be too tricky of a commute. We just got to load all these bales up. Now, I got plans for the money we're going to make off this. I've done some mathing, and we're going to make a pretty decent paycheck off this. But that paycheck, I'm probably going to spend it relatively quickly this spring. Load them up. Let's go. Oh yeah, let's load all these bales. I don't even know how many bales I can load or per load. Load per load? That'll hold. Let's go. Yeah, I have no idea how many bales we put on there. There's a ton of them. That 84,000 liters apparently. I don't know how many mini bales that is. It's a lot. All right, let's get moving. The old diesel here handles this fine. It's all right. Got to take a little bit easy on the corners, but. Selling these all off, my plan, guys, of course, is going to be to upgrade the farm. We need to work on the farm. Oil mill's still going great. We're still studying. I'm working towards my bachelor's degree. Maybe in the next few months we'll be able to write the exam to qualify for that. But for today, not too worried about it. We'll get some money from this, and then maybe go do some work this afternoon at the oil mill. Let's see what kind of money we're gonna make. It could be a nice paycheck, a little bonus, a little double bonus for us. Come on, Miss Sneezy. Chickens, get out of my way. Don't make me run you over. What are the chickens doing out here? They're just wandering around aimlessly. All right. Good money, perfect. All right, 35,000, 30, yeah, 34,000-ish. That's all right, we'll take that. So that's per load. I've got a lot of trips to make back and forth. All right, so we're at 421,000 bucks. I've started unloading in the bale barn here. You can see we still have almost 1,000 bales to load up. This is not too bad. We can just get somebody up top to throw the bales down, and we'll just throw them right onto the truck from the top part of that barn. That's a pretty slick little way of maneuvering this in there, I think. That works out pretty well. Yeah, that was great. All right, let's see if I can get out of this barn easily without hitting any of my equipment. A little toit trying to come out, but we're okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, hammer down, back, sell the rest of these bales off. Much more to go. Well, watch over that bridge deck, guys. There was a deer. You see what happened? There was a deer that ran across the road, and I tried to stop, and I couldn't. So let me see if I can just get this off. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, it's I don't think my suspension is supposed to do that. Yeah, that's a problem. All right, well, we'll figure this out. We just back this up a little bit further. We're just gonna keep on backing up. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's totally fine. It'll buff right out. It buffed right out. To be honest, I just kept on backing up, and it'll just kind of let go all of a sudden. I can't believe it let go. I thought I was gonna be stuck there for a while. We'll get that looked at later on, guys. It's a deer caught me off guard. But one more load. At least there's no snow here this year, so easy enough for us to climb up and sell these bales off this year. The market seems to be like the farmer's market here is always the best price for the bales instead of going down to the feed lot down in Hobson. For some reason, it's always better here so far for us, at least. All right, load them back up. Another trip we're gonna have to make. Guys, we're gonna get so many bales to load up. This is gonna take me still a little bit of time. We'll see what we end up with here soon enough, though. Oh yeah, that's another load coming out of the barn. Nice and easy. Just cut it around here. Dealing with the best driver in Farm Sim, not a problem at all. Of course, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out and don't miss any new content from, like I said, the best driver in Farm Sim. You don't want to miss any of this exquisite driving. I'm saying that after the last time we talked, I just literally put it into a bridge embankment, regardless of which. And we're also a little low on fuel. It's time to go fill this thing up as well, so we'll probably do that. Yeah, we better fill up right now. I'm just looking at the old fuel gauge. That's not going to last us very long. Let's get fuel right now before I'll get signs down everywhere in town here too. I don't know who would have done that. Anyways, we need to get some fuel right away because I don't even know if I can get it back to Casey's here by the time that we drop the bales off. I better fill this thing up. Easy. I should have kept my employee discount here, shouldn't I? All right, let's fill this thing up. See how much we got. How much money is this going to cost us? A couple $100. 223 bucks. Good sized tank on this truck. That's a decent amount of fuel. All right, we still got a couple loads to make, so we needed to make that, of course. We needed to fill this thing up. Let's go drop this off. We'll pick up our last load. I believe we got one more load after this. Yeah, that's it. Barn's empty. Barn is emptied out. Perfect. All right, I like that. We got the barn empty. We can start filling it back up again. But let's sell these off first, of course. Come on out. Come on out. Last quarter. Ah, good. Didn't even hit my rake once. Not even once. All right, so we're going to have over 600 grand in the old bank account. We got to figure out what we're going to do with that in the spring here. 631. Oh, boy. All right, I'll take that. Good. All right, so that's a good payday, guys. So we got to figure out what we're going to do this spring. I've got a bit of an idea. We'll have to figure that out, though. So while we're trying to figure that out, let's go run a couple shifts. We'll do a shift down at the oil mill today as well. We got time now. I'm not even going to go home. I'm going to go straight down to the mill. And actually going to the mill, I'm actually able to make a couple extra $1,000 before we need to upgrade our farm by working away for a bit. So another shift to put another shift in at the mill here. I'll see you guys in a few months. And we are into March. March finally here. And guys, I got to talk about my plan a little bit here. out the backside of our house, there's this big field that's like right off the back of my yard here that I don't own. Well, I didn't own. I should say I own it now. We bought it's a small plot of land, but I'm going to do something different with that farm or that field. On top of that, guys, I've got a lot of older equipment. So I've had to do something there once again as well. Yeah, that's no, not talking about you, Pitchfork. Get this Pitchfork out of here. That did not work out well. But new equipment and a new plot of land. Now, I'm going to be doing something completely different. We're going to be diversifying. We're going to be diversifying our farm a little bit now. It's time. Alfalfa's been great. And yeah, I know we should probably stick with what we're good at. But I want to upgrade our farm a little bit. I want to make things better. I want to become a little more serious. And we're not just doing alfalfa and hay. We got to do something else. There's got to be more to this whole foreman shtick out here and on Judith Plains. We got to be able to do more than that. So, to begin with, of course, well, we needed something that's going to help us with planting. Because, like I said, if we're not doing alfalfa, well, we've got to plant things. And I think this setup here might be a pretty decent little workaround. It's a 2010 model John Deere. And then along with that, we have a Bourgault seeder and a direct drill at that. So I don't even need it's a no-till seeder, of course. So that should actually make my life pretty easy to get started with. Now, this, of course, is, well, extreme overkill for the size of the field. And, of course, yeah, the 7930, guys, this is a serious upgrade to what we were running beforehand. And, oh, hello. Excuse me, miss. You enjoying my new tractor? Yeah, it's not bad, right? All right, big gulps, eh? Big gulps. All right, let me go inside and we'll finish off. We'll sign off on this contract and we'll make this purchase official finally for us, guys. I'm actually kind of excited to buy this thing. And you know what? Look at this. Managed to pick up a pressure washer finally so I can kind of clean some of my equipment as well. About time, I know some of you are probably saying. All right, we got Jethro in here. He's one of the workers from the John Deere dealership here. He's going to drive it over to my farm. He'll just follow us all the way down. Come on, let's go. Hopefully Jethro's okay driving my new equipment. Let's not, please don't wreck it on the way there. That would be kind of the worst thing I would have to deal with right now. Have to go yell at somebody for crashing my, well, new to me equipment at least. This is the spot I'm most nervous about. Looks like he got through the intersection without issue. I was a little nervous there. I was sure an ice cream truck or a school bus would come and take him. Oh, there it is right there. All right, here he comes into the farm. Perfect. All right, thanks, Jethro. I appreciate you doing that. Got the pressure washer unloaded. We've got everything else taken care of. I got to go drop Jethro back off at the dealership, but we're going to go get a load of lime as well because, well, that field's going to need it. Jethro dropped him off here at the dealership. Let's go over to Tractor Supply, go fill up our lime, well, our spreader, I guess. It's a lime fertilizer spreader. Get out of my way. What are you guys doing? Senior citizens walk out in front of the truck here at the dealership. We're gonna get lime today. We emptied out the fertilizer that was in here. Of course, we've gotten fertilizer a few times from here, but today we're gonna be getting lime for the first time. So, yep, lime. We need lime. Thank you. Right about there. That should be good. And lime going in. All right, it should be relatively inexpensive. Yeah, there we go. Even not even $1,000. Cool. Fertilizer is about $5,000 when we load this whole thing up. Lime and dirt cheap by comparison, which is kind of nice. But we haven't had to spread any lime before. So this will be the first time out here. Of course, we're still using the farm all for that. I'm not going to use the new John Deere for spreading our lime out yet. We'll worry about that in a bit. Hopefully, we can still get a lot of use out of the farm all. I'm pretty sure. Still, majority of my work, guys, is going to be with the farm all going forward. I don't foresee us not using this equipment. It's so cheap to run, and even the maintenance and as far as fuel goes, and she still runs fairly decently. So we're going to keep on running the farm all for a large portion of this farm going forward. I know it can be a little bit rough out here, but it is what it is. All right, we got another 5 acres roughly to set up, and we are running through lime a lot faster than fertilizer. I've got to make our trip back over to Tractor Supply to fill back up once again. Take it with the old Dodge, hook it back up, and we're done. Let's fill it back with one more trip with the farm all. It should only take us a couple more minutes and we'll be done with this. But I still have some things I want to figure out here on the farm before we wrap up here for the day at least. You know what? First things first, though, we should probably try and clean some of our equipment for the first time ever. I've never cleaned this tractor, guys, in 5 years. Yeah, this is about time this is happening right now, I suppose. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. We actually can clean and we still can't maintain things very well yet. That's still something I do need to, well, think about going forward. We just don't have the facilities for that right yet. Yeah, that looks way better. Ooh, looks like we need some new tires almost on this thing. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Well, now we need to talk about storage because that's also a problem I think I'm going to run into. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a problem. I mean, it kind of fits in here. Barely. It just barely. It's not going to go back very far. I don't think, though. That's not great. Yeah, all the way back, we're still hanging out the front. I don't really have a choice, though. It's not going to fit in the barn. So, yeah, I think we're going to be stuck with what this is, and it's just going to have to hang out a little bit out in the front side of this kind of Quonset lean-to. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but that's fine. We don't have a ton of storage yet. It's better than being outside. Anyways, back to the oil mill we go, guys. We'll take the bike today. Let's take the bike all the way down again. Yeah, we got to commute all the way down to Hobson for work. Down at the oil mill once again. I'll see you guys in a month when we're getting ready to plant. All right, guys, I've got an actually kind of a crazy busy day. It is April, and the rain is falling outside. No, I've got an absolutely ridiculous day ahead of me here. I had super high hopes just to jump into this field first thing this morning and plant it quickly. Unfortunately, the weather had other plans for us. So, this is my plan for the day. We're going to go down to the oil mill quickly. We're going to do maybe a split shift today. I'm going to try and work for a bit, but I've got a huge exam today. I might be able to sign off and get my bachelor's degree today if I play my cards right. So, we're heading down to the oil mill first. That's going to be thing number 1. We're going to work our shift down here, and then from there, I'm going to head up to school and see if maybe we can write our exam. So we did our partial shift. Now, let's see what we can do. I'm going to write this exam, and then hopefully we can get to planting after that, and then maybe finish off the shift at the oil mill later on tonight. But I'm super excited for this day, guys. If we can get our bachelor's degree signed off on now, this could be the last day we have to do that. But you know what we should do before we take our exam? Of course, every single time, we do need to get a coffee. Yeah, double-double? I guess double-double. Yeah, double-double. Why not? Do you guys want a donut? No? Yeah, me neither. That's it. Coffee gone. Coffee in, I should say. Coffee in hand. We're going to go over to the school. It's time for us to write this exam, guys. Let's get this done. Let's get our bachelor's degree signed off on, and we'll see where we can go from there, but it's exam time. Wish me luck, as always. Oh, boy. Bachelor's degree. Let's see what we got. Hopefully we don't fail this. I don't know. We'll see. I feel confident. Don't want to fail the exam. Exam pass. Perfect. Oh, nice. All right. Sweet. All right, guys. There we go. We have passed our exam. We have our bachelor's degree. That is amazing. What a great day so far. Now, I still got some planting to do, but I'm kind of on a high right now. We passed that first try taking our bachelor's exam, managed to pass it. So that is super exciting for me. I don't have to worry about that. We're definitely going to keep on working. Like I said, we've got plans with our education going forward. We're still a ways away from that, though. It's going to take us a while. Now, who cares about the education for now? Let's talk about what we're going to plant, guys. Our field's open. We got the John Deere fired up with the Bourgault. It's time we put this setup to the test. Let's see what we can get. I'm planning on planting some canola for now. We're going to keep things relatively simple. You know what? We work at the oil mill, so maybe there's something there in our future. I don't know yet, but we're going to plant some canola to start with on this small plot of land, and just to see what we get. Now, realistically, this small plot of land, I'm not expecting a huge payday from. Looks all good though right here, doesn't it? Yeah, this is just going to be the start of our farm here in the grand scheme of things. The alfalfa has supported us to get us up and going, but now we're going to start diversifying. Like I said, we're going to be doing some canola on this new field. Once we manage to pick up some more fields, we can make our farm even bigger potentially. Who knows? Maybe we'll even, I don't know, maybe buy a different farm. We don't have a lot of space up on this plot of land in order to build up this farm unless we take over this particular field, to be honest with you. Ooh, that's rough. Huh. I see a bit of a problem. I think I might have to remove the duals. Yeah, those dual wheels keep on rubbing when I think they might rub when we try and spin it around on the edge of the field here, guys. This could be a bit of an issue. Yeah, it's rubbing a little bit back there. Okay, that's a bit of an issue. We're going to have to deal with that going forward. I think we're going to have to... Oh boy, I think we could get through this, but we're going to have to deal with the removing these tires, I think. Those rear tires. Maybe we just go to some wides and get rid of the duals. I do like having the duals on this thing. It does have a little bit more grip, but we can probably just go to wides. I think we'll be okay with that. But yeah, then we won't have to risk when we turn it, the wheels hitting the planting head, the toolbar itself. All right, so it's fine. Everything else is fine. The corners are just something I have to be a little bit more cognizant of when we spin this thing around. We've got GPS set up to do skip rows so that it doesn't have to turn quite as sharp, but I'm still having some issues trying to spin this thing around here nice and easy. Nice and easy, as you guys see what I mean. Yeah, it's not great. It's not a great system right now. We're gonna have to figure that out. You know what? That's all right. Trial and error. We'll get it all right as long as we don't damage or break anything. That's okay. So I'm doing the up and down sides first. We'll do probably 2 headlands afterwards, just to make sure we get everything that's. And the nice thing is we limed, of course, so we can see exactly what we've missed and what we planted. The last couple. Let's get back through the rest of the field, and we'll be doing our headlands right away, like I said. That's unfortunate though. You know, you think you have things all planned out and you have the setup that you're really happy with, and yeah, then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, that's not going to work, so I've got to fix it and change it. Maybe I can take it back to the John dealership and they'll do this for free. Oh boy. I hope they will. I hope they've got a set of tires I can just put on this thing that'll make my life a little bit easier. All right, a couple more passes left on this, but it's all right. It's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. We just got our headlands to go do now. The headlands will be fine. We don't have to turn as sharp on them, of course. Probably 2 headlands. Yeah, it looks like 2 headlands, and we should be good. All right, so that's working out well. Like I said, it's a direct drill, so I do not need to do any tillage work. We can just jump into the field every year and pull this thing through and plant to our heart's content, which is kind of nice. So that's the plan going forward. Now, we're not using barely any seed. We're using some fertilizer on this. Another reason why I kind of went with canola. Come on, easy. Come on, grab all of it. Let's see how much I can grab. Can I get it all? Looks like I can get most of it at least, right? Yeah, that was one of the reasons canola is always nice as well. We're barely using any seed. Of course, we will need to get some fertilizer at some point. We're not going to use it all. Of course, this time we'll build a plant probably 3 times maybe on this field. But hoping by next year we can expand the farm, and that's the whole reason we went with this setup. This planting setup is due for a much bigger farm, of course. Now, I've got all this done. We've got this field taken care of, and that's great. But come harvest time, guys, we're going to need a lot more equipment and, well, storage capabilities as well. Once again, I don't have anywhere to store this crop once we take it off, do I? Yeah, that's something we need to figure out. And plus more storage for equipment now, because I've got equipment starting to spew out all over my farm and just kind of be parked in the fields, which is fine. But some of this stuff we're going to need to figure out and make upgrades to. The alfalfa, you know what, guys? The alfalfa is ready as well. I might as well knock that down. Yeah, that's something we need to talk about. We need to upgrade on this baler, I think. I wonder what we can do with this. I've got an idea. I've got an idea on the baler. We've got an idea of something to fix that baler up with. It's actually, we'll see. It's an inexpensive fix for the baler in the grand scheme of things. Now, I thought about going to a full-size baler, of course, right? We're looking at another $100,000 minimum if we want to go to a realistic, like a full-size baler. But I don't think I want to do that right now. I do need to save money up for the rest of our farm. So that feels like that would be a bit of a waste right now to go with that hard into it. So we'll see. I've got a better idea, I think. But you know what? First, we've got to knock down all this alfalfa once again. Putting the farm all back to work. But you know what? The farm all with this swather does a pretty good job of it. I mean, we can get through this in literally about half an hour, 25 minutes. And we still have the big field to do, mind you. But I'm just saying, guys, this setup, I don't know if it's going to be easy for me to beat this particular setup anytime soon. Now, there are larger swathers, like self-propelled swathers out there that we might have to look at some point. Well, that's a couple $100,000. Is that better off than what we're doing right now? Not that much. So we'll see if we end up going there. If we keep on pushing alfalfa, that's the key. For now, I'm happy to keep doing this. We do this 3 times a year. It makes us a decent profit. And yeah, well, that allows us to, well, build up the rest of our farm. Last pass here, by the way. Last pass. Got a little bit more left to do. And then we'll bring out the baler, because I think I saw it going back towards the farm. You guys are going to want to see this. It's actually pretty cool. All right, last little bit. All right, that'll do. Perfect. Okay, let's talk about baling. This is, well, our Massey baler, along with a fully attached rake to it. Yeah, that's right. We got a rake attached directly to our baler now. It's not 2 pieces of equipment. It's just the one. Now, in theory, I think, will I be able to handle it? Probably not. You know what? We'll take the John Deere instead. We'll keep it simple with the John Deere. Yeah, the John Deere will probably be better off. Now, like I said, we got the rake, we got the baler together, the combo unit. This ended up costing us about 40 grand to have this attached and permanently put onto our baler. But it's going to allow me to do things a little bit quicker. Now, of course, I could have always just got a small rake and hired someone with another piece of equipment. We could just follow around with the baler, but I don't really have a lot of people I can trust out here. Gertie's not out this way, so far we've been working on our own, and this is the best way for me to keep on doing work on my own for the longest period of time we can, and making things a little bit more efficient here and there. I think going forward as well, we're going to want to be able to bale more things, and the fact that we're doing so much alfalfa baling, I'm trying to find a way to make this a little bit easier on myself, and this is one of the ways we did that. Yeah, it cost 40 grand, but whatever. It's racking up a lot of bales. Once again, we should be able to get about 900-ish bales between the 2 fields, but this is working out actually not terribly bad. I'm pretty excited about this. Let's get over to the other field and take a look and see how we're going to make over there. And another 10 acres to go finish off, guys, but like I said, our biggest problem, I think, is going to be just dodging bales with this setup now. Just the fact we're taking roughly 3 rows, and then when we spin it around, of course, those 3 rows are probably going to be, well, the bales will be in our way, and we spin around. So that'll be my biggest problem, but relatively efficient to take care of these fields. I'm going to be saving a little bit of time, that's for sure. Cool. Hopefully for roughly 900 bales, I'm going to have to come back and pick these up. So let me wrap through these as quick as I can, and I'll see we're ready to go pick up some of these bales as we kind of get near the end of today. Remember how I said it's going to be difficult to get through? I hit a few. I definitely hit more than my share of bales going through here with that rake, but we got through it. I've got to figure out a better path in order to get around. I think maybe, like I said, once we even drop down to single tires on the back of this John Deere, that would make my life a little bit easier. I do wonder if the farmall can handle this. All right. Everything's put away for the most part. Of course, like I said, I need to go pick up all those bales. I didn't even check the counter, to be honest. I really forgot to check the counter. We'll check later on. I've got a lot of bales to go pick up. Should be roughly 900 bales once again. 900 baby bales. I mean, it's good cash. I really can't complain. It's just, I wouldn't mind having maybe like 150 full-size bales. That would be nice. Maybe we could work towards that going forward. I think that would make my life a little bit easier as well, because we could actually, I think we could probably store those all in the barn. For some reason, yeah, there's just not enough room with the baby bales. If we had full-size bales in here, I think I could fit more in. I think that's how it works in my mind, at least. Anyways, we got a bunch more bales to go pick up. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit once we pick these all up. That's it. All the bales have been picked up, thrown in the barn. 850 bales we picked up off those fields. Not quite 900, but still not bad. Decent harvest. But you know what? I think that's going to do for a couple of months here. We'll see once we get closer to harvest season. I'm going to have to go do some fertilizing once again on all our alfalfa fields. I think the rest we can leave. I'm not planning on doing any weeding on our new field. That's going to be something that's going to have to happen later. Another harvest later on, once we figure everything out, because I've got a lot of equipment to buy in the very near future. I'm trying to save some cash. So I'll see you guys, well, come the fall, I guess, technically. I'll see you guys in a couple months. And we are into, well, it's not technically fall. It's August. It's not the fall. It kind of is. It's harvest season, though. As you can see from the golden flocks of canola. The golden fields, golden flocks, the golden fields behind me. We got canola to harvest, which leads me to something we're going to have to take care of. Well, I spent some money already. As you can see, we're down to $90,000. We've been working our butt off at the oil mill. But the barn is full. The barn is absolutely full. And of course, we've got rows and stacks of alfalfa from our last harvest that don't fit. But I decided to build something before even selling anything off. I've got another barn. I got a brand new barn. We did a bunch of paving work. It also has a silo with it. So we needed some place to store. I felt like this might be, well, the cheapest option. It's got a drop pan for a dropping scissor, or for taking in the grains at least, which makes my life a little bit easier. It's not the nicest thing in the world, but it does work. I mean, it will allow us to, well, drop all of our canola in there that we're going to get off this field. And it does give us a bit more storage as well. Relatively inexpensive by comparison to, well, a lot of other options. Now, I do need a piece of equipment. Yeah, we need something to harvest this field with, guys. So I figure, once again, we need to get something that's going to look good going forward. So $240,000. If we finance this over a year, that will be a decent way for us to do this. I can't afford it right out of the gate. Of course, we only have that $90,000. So if I purchase a brand new combine, of course, we also need the header, which we're going to finance as well. I think we'll be good to go for a while. We'll just have to make sure we manage our finances. We're going to be, well, spending roughly $40,000 a month for the next 6 months, year. Oh boy, I didn't do the math on that. I got to refigure the math. It don't matter. We got some new toys. It doesn't matter. You know what? We're going to worry about the finances later, Klutch. Is that right? 40,000. That's 20,000 a month for the next couple months. Yeah, that sounds more accurate. Anyways, new John Deere looks good. Let's take this over to the farm, and we're going to run this through its paces today. Should be relatively easy for this thing. Not a very big field once again. So we got the 5 acres to take care of, but this is going to be. I needed to get something that we're going to be able to use going forward, of course. And this just made this seemed like a pretty good deal. This is not the biggest combine in the world, but for our needs, I think it's more than enough. Especially when you consider the major upgrade that we did to this combine was a larger grain tank. So it does have the foldable big top on it. That was really the only upgrade we had done to this thing. So that'll give us a little bit more room in the old grain tank because, well, to be honest with you, I don't have a grain cart yet. Well, technically we do, but technically we better talk about that as well. We've got this flat deck trailer, which we've been using for bales, the bale trailer. I've got sides for it we can put on it as well, though. I mean, it's a couple $1,000, but that does give us a grain cart at least then. It's something. It's not great, but it's something. All right. Let's test out the brand new the 760, S760. First time harvesting anything other than alfalfa out here. I believe we've got this set up so we should be able to get some straw from the canola as well. I don't think we're gonna get very much straw, but it's an added. It's a 2-for, right? We get a 2-for. We can get the grain, we get the straw. The canola straw is not a lot of it, but it's something we're going to be able to sell off as well. We might as well make some bales with this afterwards. Now, like I said, we do have the extended top on this, the foldable big top. So I don't even know if we're going to need that grain cart in the grand scheme of things. We should be able to. I think we should be able to harvest this without even filling up that tank, that grain tank, on the combine itself. Yeah, it's looking that way more and more right now. We're only not even at 50% full on that grain tank, and we're definitely probably more than 50% of the way through this field. And yeah, didn't even need, guys, I didn't even need to use that grain cart at all. We could have just dumped straight into the silo. That's okay. We'll still run some tests to make sure that the everything's running the way I expect it to, because going forward, we're of course going to need all that stuff, but at some point in time, we're probably gonna have to upgrade the old grain cart, because I'm pretty sure it won't hold that much. Yeah, there's no way that grain cart's gonna hold everything that's in this combine right now. It looks so massive, like the size comparison between these two are kind of ridiculous, to be perfectly honest. All right, dump this into our silo, make sure our silo is all set up properly. Everything is working there. All right, in we go. Grain's going into the silo. Perfect. We'll have to do 2 dumps. And then, of course, we're going to go bale up this straw we got. Once again, I'm not expecting a ton of bales off this, but I will take everything I can get right now to make sure that we can keep on paying off that those loans we have for the equipment, that new combine and header. So we better make sure we can do that. Let's go. Let's get to work. Yeah, that's kind of a waste. Unfortunately, the arms, the rake on this baler does not fit 2 rows. So I'm still stuck doing the same thing we did with the original baler. I wish it was almost, maybe I should have got it so it was separate instead of putting it all together. Might have made more sense. Regardless of which, we got all the bales off this field, guys. Once again, I'm going to go pick these up and store them someplace, but I think that's going to do it for this harvest. So we've got a bunch more alfalfa we're going to have to harvest one more time this year, I believe. I got a long ways to go in order to get, I think it's my master's degree. I think we're working on the master's degree next. And I don't know yet on jobs what we're going to be doing on that going forward, guys. So oil mill we're going to stick with for the time being, and we'll see where we go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as we've got our degree, our bachelor's degree now, and the farm is starting to progress. We're getting up there. So drop a like if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Klutch from Judith Lanes. Over and out.